We're on ArchieLuxury channel. That's right, guys. And guys, we are here to bring you entertaining content. I just want to tell you guys, I just want to say to you guys, I got the new jumper. New jumper. I just want to say a little bit sadness this morning with the discovery of the submersible. Very sad indeed. I hope it happened so quick they didn't even know what was coming, because that's just awful. It really is just an awful thing, and it makes you realize the true friends that you have. And let me say something. One guy who really want to praise is my snake, Mike the snake. And look, he's taken a few jokes, and people have, can we just be nice to Mike for a little bit? I really, I love my snake. I love my Mike. He is a lovely man, and I'm proud to call him a friend. And I got to tell you, he's helped me so much. Good friend. He sent me a lot of PayPals none of you guys are even aware of. He's just a good soul. I met him. He's a lovely, lovely guy who would help you out, and I'm very proud to have him as a friend. Also for the Dis is also a great friend. I got so many good friends. Tan is a great friend. Bear's been a great friend. I love my bear. It's been look, we've had a lot of good stuff going on there. So guys, let's run the theme and let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's get it happening. Let's go now. Hello and welcome to the show, guys. It's ArchieLuxury here, and I would like to invite anyone to jump on the stream and let's have a chat. Let's see what's happening in our Archieverse. What is happening in the Archieverse there? AD never calling. You're never banned. Never banned. Chingao. We've got Serty Danny in the crowd. Come on, Serty, jump on. Let's have a chat there. I'll tell you an interesting watch I was looking at last night, and I had a guy came to me and said, "What do I think?" It's a Breitling navitimer, and it's actually a Singapore Airlines edition. And I got to tell you, he sent me this email, and he said he's really attached to Singapore Airlines. And I mean, I know this corporate bullshit, all these brands, they try and develop loyalty, but I have to admit, in the airline space, I really like Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific, and to some extent Thai. Not so much on Thai anymore, but those, I must admit, I got a bit of an allegiance to them. And I got to tell you, with these airlines themselves there, they, I know it's corporate-y, I know, but let me explain. Let's bring it up here. This is the Singapore Airlines. Breitling and Singapore Airlines unveil limited edition. Hello, Serty. You got your name displayed there. Do you want to change your name? I don't know if that's your real name, Surty. Surty? I might just edit his name. Edit that for him. Okay, we got Surty. Hello, Surty. How are you?
I had Aaron Neville with me, mate. We're going to sing for you.
Oh, sorry. I thought that might have been your real name. It's Surty
No.
Danny.
Yeah, we'll just say my real name's Aaron Neville.
Yeah, sorry. You're going to sing for me? Sing a song.
You've killed the moment.
Sing a song. Da 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 da. You know that song? Sing a song.
I think I do.
Yeah.
Sing it loud. Sing it. Yeah.
Sing a song.
Who is it that sings that? I do know which song you mean. Funny enough. Dun, dun, dun.
Da 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 da.
And it's that sing it loud, sing it proud.
Yeah, sing a song. Sing a
Hello, sings that now.
song. Carpenters. That's who started singing it in the 70s. You remember the song? Sing a song. It was very, very
if it's
cool
the one
stuff.
I'm thinking of. Like a power ballad, wasn't it?
Hello, my favorite bear.
Hey, Pikers, how are you? What a beautiful Navi. Wow.
Sing a song. Sing
You
out
can't
strong.
always get what you want.
Sing out loud.
You can't always
Sing
get
of
what
good
you
times, not
want.
bad. Yeah, there we go. How are you?
Super chat, where have you been?
Super
The
chat.
Thor, the great Viking Thor, he strikes softly.
Thor strikes softly, €2.50, and that's jumper deductions. By the way, this is the new. I couldn't find cardigans.
Yeah, that's because they're fucking still in 1970, mate. That's why.
What do you got there? You got some sweater, jumper? What?
A jumper.
Super chat from my Canadian brother.
Frozen Yukon, $20. Can we get a bear growl from our favorite Canadian panelist?
Nice to see you, Frozen Yukoner. You are the star tonight, sir. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Hey, look, Hop and Smash is here. Drop the link if the piker is not too important to come on. Come on, Hop and Smash. Link down. What did I tell you? Link and pin the fucking link. You thought I'm not going to show up, so you fucking slacking. Are you?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
Bear's not going to show up. You never know when Bear shows up. I might even show up while I'm on vacation. Super chat, where you been? Thank you, Frozen Yukoner. We love you. We love you very much. Super chat from Big Dave. $5 fucking dollars, guys. $5 fucking dollars. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm just pinning the link now. Pinned.
Surdy Danny's here. I didn't even notice.
Bear.
Yeah.
How long is it before you go away? I think I might shut this down early. Yeah.
Yeah, you do that, Tickers. You bring the NATO strap and you come on the chat and you help the Pontiff because Pontiff loves you, Tickers. He loves you.
Here we go. Big Dave, $5. Arch, all the Mike the Snake haters have one thing in common. They don't super chat.
Hey, Chingo to that motherfuckers.
Chingo. Now, Bear, I just wanted to ask you something.
Yes.
This is a Singapore Airlines version of the Breitling navitimer 41.
Yes.
What do you think of it? What do you think? Singapore.
I love the color coordination.
I actually love Singapore Airlines. Singapore Airlines is actually an airline that I know it's cheesy. Corporates always try and get you to have loyalty to their brand, but Singapore. Mm-hmm. I love Singapore Girl, Singapore. It's so central. It's an intrinsic part of Singapore.
Wait a second. Did I fuck up? Did I fuck up, Shirley? Were you do? No, you were not doing Archie. You were doing tickers, right?
Tickers, yes.
Yeah. No, I'm doing
Yeah.
a bit of Archie. I do a bit of all of them.
No, but at the moment when I was talking with you, there was stickers. Magpie, the fastest talking panther in a fucking Archieverse, has Shirley was doing his AC3. Bear thinks it's tea and tickers. Is that true?
But Bear, what do I do?
I don't know, man.
Bear, you're,
Yes, Archie.
you're leaving
Yes,
us
Archie.
in 2.5 hours. Bear,
Yeah, well, actually, about a
Penny.
little earlier than 2.5 hours. A little earlier than 2.5 hours. Maybe hour and a half. Maybe hour and a half. What do you think, Archie? What do you think about this beautiful? Do you like Singapore
I
Airlines, Archie?
see.
You
I
understand?
do. I
Yeah,
do.
that's correct, Bear. That's what about putting on a NATO strip, Bear?
Well, maybe, I don't know. Poor Archie, he does a fucking homework and we fuck with him. That's not nice.
That's
Archie,
okay.
tell us everything you like about this watch. We
Okay,
wanna
so
know.
the watch is 1 of 100. 1 of 100, right? On the back of it, it's got a display back. Okay. It's not over the top. Nowhere does it say Singapore Airlines. Okay. Those colors, the blue and the gold.
Archie, can you flip it over?
Yeah, it's look, all I'm trying to say is, Bear, what do you think? Is it worth the money or not?
I don't know from what perspective is it worth the money. I mean,
They've also
the
got
watch
this
is-
version here. So you got the Breitling navitimer, and then they've got this other one here. They call it a fuck, this is confusing. They call it a navitimer, but it's not a chronograph. That's annoying. And that one has the batik. That's like the girl's uniform pattern on the back of the watch. Nowhere does it say Singapore. It's very tastefully done. It's not like a 007 cheesy. This is kind of under the radar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Now, is it worth the money? That's the question.
How much? What's the money? What are we looking here at?
10,000 US.
No discount?
You've got to buy it through Singapore Airlines themselves.
So you asking me what's going to be value retention like? Is that a question?
Yeah. Is it worth paying? We've got half. Speaking of value retention.
What up, fellas?
Hello.
I made him come on.
Yeah, I know.
He's
Bear
not
goaded me on.
guilty.
That's
it.
right
Oh,
there.
how
We've got
nice.
the we've got
And
the
one of
hawk
my
on here.
favorite fikers, Danny Surtees on. So how could I not come on and say hello?
You know. Actually, I gotta be honest with you, Hop. You put a smile on my face. I mean, genuine smile.
Oh, likewise.
I really, really fucking care about you. I really genuinely like you. I mean,
you know what the problem is? They called us back into the office, so I'm in the city a lot. And by the time I'm commuting, get home, have dinner with the wife, the show's over. So I've typically
no.
Like
I
when I'm
would
in the
never-
chat, I'm typically on the train and stuff. So
No, I would never blame you. That's all shtick, and you know that. I'm just joking with
well,
you.
I'm just one of the little context for our friend Arch.
Here we go. Jean-Claude Beaver, $8. Arch, heading into work. Have a great show. Thank you. The best to come out lately is this is talking Breitling, AVI 1964 re-edition. Pull it up. Also to the bloke who won $100 million. Fike you. Yes. Powerball, fike you. Yes. 100.
1964. Isn't that when your cardigan was from, Archie?
Yes. It's I gotta tell you guys, it's Gilligan's Island was 1964. Did you know that?
I never watched it.
Yeah, Gilligan's Island. I was just sharing on the screen there, Huff. Tell me what you think. This is a Singapore Airlines navitimer. What do you think, Huff?
You know, I was actually I was actually home today because we had a bunch of international meetings that are all over Zoom. So I caught a
Yeah.
little bit of the early show, and I was able
Yeah.
to see you talking about this earlier. I like it.
You like it?
But by the way, I'm highly disappointed in none of the Watch Talk YouTubes today. No one's been talking about the fact with all the OceanGate stuff going on with that one submersible that imploded underwater by the Titanic.
Mhm.
Don't
Yeah.
you find it interesting if they had a Rolex Deep Sea on their wrist? Well, I guess the implosion, not so much, but that would still be ticking at the bottom of that. I looked up how buried deep the Titanic is, and it's about 3,800 meters,
Yes,
which
sir.
is
That's correct.
exactly what the deep sea is guaranteed to.
And don't forget too, the Rolex will go further. By the
Mhm.
way, I don't know if you know this. I did a bit of research on that submersible. They apparently did testing to 1,200 feet,
Okay.
and they didn't bother testing it to 38.
Oh,
They said,
wow.
yeah. So, because it costs a lot more money.
So basically, they tested it to the version of a Sea Dweller 4K when they should have went deep sea.
Yeah. But the truth is, it's still a great tragedy. The
Without
guy
question.
the guy who designed the thing, he was on the vessel. I mean, he's paid the
Yeah,
ultimate sacrifice
exactly.
himself.
The
Should he have?
$30 Logitech controller purchaser.
Well, what he did say is, he said, that shit is just peripheral. The important stuff is the whole. Now, I like the way corporate world, I've been in corporate world myself. Boeing ditched him. The University of whatever that sounded really good in the interview, they ditched him. Everyone fucking ditches him. Why? Why is corporate world like that?
It's hard.
It's hard. Yeah.
You
Sorry.
think YouTube is hard?
Yes.
I don't know much about this thing, Arch, but did they control it with a fucking Xbox joypad or something?
Oh, not even. An Xbox controller would be a step up.
Really?
It was a
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Wow.
It was a Bluetooth controller, okay? I mean,
Hold on.
Bluetooth.
You know, I read some physicists talking about how quickly, once the actual hull is breached, how quickly everything incinerates and just like compresses. It's almost spontaneously combusts in 1 millisecond, and no one's mind. You couldn't even blink quick enough, so everyone was just like gone into matter. You know, they just like erased in a split second.
So what happened to them? Would they have died instantly?
Yep. They said, hold on, let me see.
Like, would their body be intact, or
I want to share this tweet with you. I'll send it to you on.
Sure.
Oh, hey guys, Huff, you're my favorite character on the show, man.
Hey, JJ, we're leaving that out.
JJ.
Man.
But by the way, we
Hey,
want to
guys.
send some. By the way, we want to send some love to Mike the Snake. I think,
Absolutely.
I just want to say, Mike, you've been a great sport for playing along with us. We do
And
love you,
Mike the Snake has something to relate to this OceanGate tragedy. Somewhere along his life, he, definitely was either part of a submersible team or built one in his backyard.
Hey, Mike, I love you. You're my favorite character on the show, man.
Hey, Pontiff, we have a super chat from P Clan. He's the first. Here you go. He's the smartest.
Here we go.
Smartest Australian.
P. Clen, $2. Good to see Huff back on Archie's
Oh, thank you,
channel.
Pete Klein.
I agree. Glad to see Hop now. So I actually was
Hop,
relaxing,
Hop,
but I saw Hop on. I had to hop on.
And look who else we've got here. We've got another A grader. We got Mark
Whoa,
Goldberg.
Marky.
The A-list is here, gentlemen. I got to restart my browser because this camera's not working.
Oh, hey, Mark, you're my favorite character on the show, man.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
That's a man who loves his Rolex Deep Sea.
Deep Sea Rolex.
Arch, check that. I just sent you via WhatsApp.
Yep,
That
I
was
just
the
got it. I'm pulling
thread
it
I
up
was
on the
reading.
screen
Very
now
intricate
for
watches.
you.
Very, very intricate watches.
Here we go here, guys. Look at this here. So what he's saying is here, I'll just read a bit of it there. When a submarine hull collapses, it moves inward at about 15,000 miles per hour. That's 2,200 feet per second. The time required for complete collapse is 1/20th of 2,200 second, about 1 millisecond. A human brain responds instinctively to stimulus at about 25 milliseconds. Human rationale response is at best 150 milliseconds. The air inside a sub has a fairly high concentration of hydrocarbon vapors. When the hull collapses, it behaves like a very large piston on a very large diesel engine. The air auto-ignites and an explosion follows the initial rapid implosion. Large blobs of fat that would be humans incinerate and are turned to ash and dust quicker than you can blink your eye. Fucking hell.
Well, at least you know they didn't suffer, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
I don't, for whatever reason, that made me feel a little better after watching some of the grim news today.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's
You know, from that description, I believe that they just invented the first underwater barbecue.
And we got a
Super
super chat
chat
here.
from one and only the greatest
Real
Chicago
world
man.
Yes.
Curly.
Real
What's up, Carl?
Curly.
Good to be
Real
back.
world Curly. The return of New York Nico.
Yes. Amazing follow on Instagram if you don't follow New York Nico, by the way.
Oh.
I know he's
New-
referring to the used watch salesman Nico, but New
Yes.
York Nico's an amazing Instagram creator.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
it-
Arch, did you know I created Instagram? Yeah, I made it on a lathe.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna bring something up for you guys here, just so you can have a look at how it looks like.
By
This
the
is-
way, when I was watching the show this week, Arch, you know, I really missed Green Room because my
yes.
Snake's glucose monitor did not join.
Let's
You know, he would have created an
Yes.
account, Mike's
Yes.
Glucose.
glucose.
And he would have been
OceanGate,
Bob
let's
Street
take a look at
bobbing
Titan.
all over Watch
And then it
TikTok.
would, you know, Mike's glucose
Can
monitor.
you hear the sound?
So we're coming into the sub. This is the only toilet available on a deep diving submersible. Best seat in the house. You can look out the viewport. We put a privacy screen in, turn up the music, and it's very popular. We have our control screen here, our sonar screen here, and we can put any image we want in the back. We've taken a completely new approach to the sub design, and it's all run with this game controller and these touch screens.
The whole
So
fucking
if
thing's
you want to
on a
go
cycle.
forward, you press forward. If you want to go back, you go back. Turn left, turn right, go down, go up. And it's Bluetooth, so I can hand it to anybody. And it's meant for a 16-year-old to throw it around, and it's super durable. We keep a couple of spares on board just in case.
Huh.
This is the second year we've been out to the
Fucking
Titanic. We
Meant
went
to throw
out
around,
in
but you can't bring
5
it back up.
8-day missions. We did about 10 dives to the wreck site of the Titanic, and we did an extra dive on an undiscovered reef that we found. Completely privately funded operation, and we're funded by, we call mission specialists who help support the mission. So they take quite a bit of money to come and join us. Years ago, the Russians took tourists out to the Titanic, and it was just sort of a look and see thing. We really are focusing on the science around it. We want to document what the wreck is like.
There you go. And he actually also was on the vessel there. Hello, we got another super chatter.
What was that?
TikTok.
Polly?
Yeah, Tiktology, $10. Great panel tonight. Why whist? Wristwatch check, please. Okay, let's do a wristwatch check today.
Never mind your bloody wristwatch check, you wee fucking bastard, you. I've got
I
you
got
measuring you.
Two
I've
master.
got the measuring you, you wee bastard. I've got the dossier and I'm gonna fucking talk shit because I fucking love it. Yeah, you bastard. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I'm wearing my
Oi, oi, oi.
Roberto. Oh, the Amiga. I love it. Love it with the
Yep.
sword hands. Sword hands.
You can't see, but I have my Pelagos 39 on again today.
Can I ask you something, Hoff? You're quite an
Sure.
intelligent guy, and you know famous people in the music industry.
What feel?
Tell me this: would you pay $250,000 US dollars to?
No.
At what point would you say fuck no? At what point would you say fuck no? At what point?
I'm
See,
pretty
I
sure the kid thought that his dad was taking him to see the fucking movie.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine the guy who brought his son on there and
That's what I'm
like
saying.
the mother? Yeah,
Oh,
I was thinking about that
let's go.
today,
Want to
Mark.
go see Titanic? Sure, Dad. Motherfucker, I thought you meant
Right.
the movie.
What I don't understand, and I guess it's the thrill of being. I don't have that explorer's blood in me, but with all the technology we have today, you couldn't get a remote like submarine together to go down there and explore that.
No.
Maybe
Hang
they
on.
have
Hang on. Huff, I've done some research. Bear, I've done research.
They don't
Bear.
have the communication.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
that far deep.
No, a normal submarine will go to 500 or 600 meters. A Russian submarine, special Russian, can go to 900 meters. Okay. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There is nothing that goes that deep.
3,800.
That's what I'm saying. Would you bring your kid on an experimental thing like that? I mean, it's funny.
I mean, listen,
Hey,
even if I
Archie,
got
my
that
fingers
far,
go
by the
that
time I
deep.
seen that garbage shit of like and how you were sitting in there and the gaming controller, I'm out.
You're out. And the
I'm out.
scary bit is there's no escape pod. You've got to.
Yeah.
They got to unscrew you. So
Right, you can't get out yourself. They have to get you out from the outside.
it's
It all
like a
went
NASCAR.
pear-shaped.
It's like a NASCAR.
It
Right.
went pear-shaped.
We got a super
Definitely
chat
went
from our
pear-shaped.
good hero, Mr. Zoso, $5. Hey, my buddy Huff, anyone I know you are watching you POS, who badmouths my friend or talks shit about him is a fucking asshole. Clear enough.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes.
Z.
We love our Huff.
And I love
Huff.
my Mr. Z.
It just
Never mind,
goes
I'll
to
make
show you
another
made
10
it, Huff.
accounts up to talk to themselves about you, mate, so I won't worry about it.
When people start talking about you, you've made it.
Yeah.
The
But
other
they're
thing
talking
is,
to themselves about it, JJ, that's the problem.
there was other people who were saying that they went down on that submarine, the submersible. So it's a submersible. Let's clarify the difference.
Right.
A submarine is independent. A submersible needs a mothership to get it out. Okay.
Hey, Archie, I've got a panel.
Oh, that's the difference between a submersible and a submarine?
Yeah, a submarine is
Okay.
independent, whereas a submersible, it needs a mothership. Okay. Because you can't get out. How do you get out of the thing? P. Klein, $5. What would Hoff know? He brought a music AP that no one in the music industry would ever buy, according to the Italian drunk. Well, you know what?
Oh, who's that, Oshin?
Mm.
Oshin hasn't been in the music industry in 25 years. What would he know?
That's what I said. I said that's pretty funny. He's not even in the music. Huff's more in the music.
And you
industry
want to
than-
laugh? I actually, if we really want to go there with Oshin, I just
Yeah,
haven't
let's
been
go
inspired.
there. Let's go there. We want to go there.
I know who his product manager was when that shitty band was signed over at RCA, and
Yes.
what a pain in the ass him and his brother were, and how the only real star considered by the label was the singer. But
Wasn't that his brother? Because I always heard his brother was the real star, like of the band or the main guy.
maybe I'm getting maybe I'm getting my signals crossed. But you know what? I'll brush up on that.
Hey, Huff, does
I
your
could be
watch?
totally wrong.
Is your watch signed by Guar?
Yes, it is, Mike.
Chingo.
It's
Tell
a
me-
Guar limited edition.
Well-
Fucking cool, man.
Here we go. We got Real World Curly, $5. We appreciate Hoff's contributions to Timok LLC. We would like to wish Hoff good luck on his future endeavors, and we know
you.
his future is bright.
CNN has just released a bit of news which says
Not sure what Curly means, but thanks, Carl. We'll
Yes,
take
He's,
sir.
the super chat.
he's imitating OC's politics, I think.
Got it.
What did
Those are-
CNN say, Marky?
sorry, I didn't mean to
Oh, I
distract
get
from the
No.
anti-Hoff politics, but Hoff. But the Navy, U.S. Navy, detected an acoustic signature consistent with an implosion all the way back on Sunday when that submersible lost communication with the mothership. So they knew, is what I'm saying. They've known about that because the Navy told the search and rescue commanders immediately, and that's how they narrowed down that search a little bit. But so
Do
when
you
they
think-
were talking about that banging was heard, that's why I think not more was made of it, because you would think that they would have been able to track that down, but they didn't release the fact that there was a recorded implosion consistent with that point where the submersible lost contact, which was shortly after launch, like only less than 2 hours.
They probably wanted to make sure it didn't get vaporized by aliens down there.
Could be.
I believe that. Did you see? There was
Super chat.
Tucker Carlson did a video.
Oh, the
other
Pine
day.
Baron.
Oh,
The
look at
Pine Baron, $20.
Yes.
Good to see half of all the
Holy
fellas.
shit!
Cheers,
Thank you, Pine Baron.
boys.
And another super chat.
That's a $20 super chat. Pine Baron, we love you.
Yes. Speaking
And
of
we got-
Ferraris,
No, you missed
Speaking
one.
Of Ferraris, we've got
Yeah.
Go up.
here we go. Sorry, Ken Fresno, $5. How deep has Mark been? Woof, woof.
Okay, next
And-
super chat.
Mark, have you ever gone down on a submarine?
Have I ever gone down? What was that? What?
He wants to know if you've ever gone down on a submarine.
On a Submariner?
he's definitely gone down on a Marine. I
have
don't
a
know about a submarine.
I have a Submariner. I have
And
a
chocolate
forced
Wookie, $2. Sad to see Sard and his son lost at sea. Well, look, let's,
That's fucked.
jokes aside, I was actually that was the richest man in Pakistan. Apparently, was on that sub and with his son.
With son, yeah.
It's a tragic loss. It's a tragic loss. I tell you what, one thing is
Arch, you want to hear the conspiracy of the century? I don't know.
bondage. Bondage at least just met me. That's so much safer.
Yes.
And this guy,
And it
he
only
had-
cost him how much was the Sky Dweller going for?
yeah, exactly.
25.
But he was so cool. Bondage is so cool. It's not about money, you know. I tell you that. Sorry, you know. It's. I think it's really sad. It's very, very sad because these guys were, you know, something. I think the guy who ran this submersible, you know, he's almost right, but he's not right. You know, this safety is very important, and if you look at some of the videos, there was a guy who went on the previous expedition. He said he at the time he thought he was lucky to make it up again. That's how unprofessional it was. And there was a cable that came off. They just used zip ties to tie it up again. You know, just very, very
Amateur hour, Arch. Amateur
yeah.
hour.
And the other problem is too, each time you take that hull down, you're breaking the integrity. I don't know if you know this. Like in an aircraft, you have so many cycles. A cycle is a takeoff and a landing. Like this thing, you can't just keep using it. Each time you take it down, it gets compromised. Especially, but yeah. Sorry, you were saying Hoff. Keep going, Hoff. Keep going.
I don't know where I left off. I got sidetracked reading the chat while you were
Hoff,
going.
let me ask you a question, Hoff. If the
Yeah.
submersible were a watch, what
A
watch?
Panerai? It would be a Panerai.
Like, but that one with the one that had like the pushing crown and 50 meters of water resistance.
Quite possibly.
That one.
Or one of the fake ones that the CEO posted on Instagram.
Okay.
That's you know what? I just think that's just petty jealousy there in this world. And the sad thing is, here we go. Ross Rachel Brady, $5. Good to see everyone on the panel. I love you all.
I know what I was going to say, Arch.
Yes.
Medium AS.
Yes. Medium AS.
By the way, that impression is godly. You know what would be the conspiracy of the century?
What's that?
If one of those billionaires' names were found on Epstein Island's registry.
The blood. He pulled the
yes.
blood.
That would be the tinfoil hat revelation of the century.
Are you saying that he pushed the emergency exit button?
You never know. Shadow government.
Well,
Lizard people and their submarines.
People are now saying that this is a distraction done on purpose in order to, distract the sheeple from the real important issues of the day.
It's always
Hey, we got my good friend Mike the Snake is joining us. Hello, Mikey. How are you?
How's your glucose monitor?
He's cool.
Uh-oh.
We want to. Oh, he's coming on. I don't know why it's slow like
There he
that.
is.
Mikey, how are you?
Mike,
Hey, we want to try and give Mikey a bit of love today, guys.
We
We
did.
don't want to just
Absolutely.
Open your ceiling, Mike.
you
Pull,
know-
pull your lid down a little bit, Mike. Pull your lid down. So we're seeing
What's
all-
that now?
Pull your lid down. We're just seeing the top of your head in the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, I just raised my chair.
Change it.
you can't change your camera. Isn't that easier to do your
I
camera?
can do that, but I kind of like my low profile.
Okay. Mikey, titanium. This submersible was made out of titanium. Any comment on it?
Well, that's the best material probably to use for something like that. Yeah.
Well, what grade titanium, Mike?
Probably the highest grade that they can, that they can get their hands on. The pressures that the submersible is under at that depth are immense. And if there was even like a pinhole leak, they would instantly die like that. They would just instantaneously, like the pressure would just change so fast, they would just instantly die.
What if it was made of Rollosaur?
Of what?
Rollosaur.
A Roacell?
Rollosaur.
That's the two-tone. The two-tone. You're talking the two-tone.
Oh.
The two-tone.
Cannot fool the pontiff.
Maybe as a ornamental outer coating. But no, titanium is
Mike, please settle a rumor that you made the outer shell of the submersible on your lathe. Tell us that that's not true.
No, I didn't. But I do know a guy that makes personal small submersibles like that.
What did I tell you, Arch? I knew my man would know someone or have some personal experience with this.
Well,
Let her rip, Mike.
He was in my airplane club, and when I had my airplane, and every month or 2-3 weeks we'd have meetings, and he was part of the club, and it got around to what everybody does, and
Mike,
he was.
Mike, were you in airplane club long? Did it?
What?
Were you in the Were you in the airplane club long?
Yeah, for the duration that I owned my airplane, yes.
Was that called the Mile High Club?
No, that's for life, brother.
Here we go, guys. We got Chocolate Mookie, $5. Can we get a big Lebowski reboot with Mike as the dude, Archie as John Goodman, and Mark as Steve?
Okay, first of all,
I've never seen the movie.
Bushini.
Oh, Mike, you're living a lie. You got to go find that immediately.
I sort of like the casting, but I just don't know. Why did I get Steve Buscemi? The other two.
That's one movie I've never seen, and I've heard people say that I'm like one of the.
You personify the dude.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. I'll have to check that movie out.
Mike, did Airplane Club? Airplane Club? Did it ever take off?
Did it ever take off? No, but a number of people in the club crashed and were killed. And my father and I were in the club together, and we found out later that club just had an unusually high rate of
the club
people that crashed and were killed.
So what were your airplane suit like then? Were it pretty plain?
What?
Your airplane suit that you had to wear, were it plain?
What plane did I have?
No, says
Super chat. 1 minute. Super chat. Mr. Tudor to you, $5. Hey, Mike. We've been there and know it all. Can you recommend how to get rid of bed bugs?
You just chuck your bed and get a new one and set off a bunch of bug bombs in your room.
Mike, wait, I got a question for you, Mike. Couldn't you save the bed if you just closed all the windows and ran a chainsaw for 2 hours in your bedroom?
And like fumigate it?
Right. Carbon monoxide.
No, the bug bombs work much better.
So what about the carbon monoxide from two-stroke,
or putting it in your freezer,
You know what you could do? You
deflate it and put it in your freezer.
No. When I used to grow inside agriculturally, this is many years ago. But one thing you can do is get a tank of carbon dioxide, which is something that you can use to kind of speed up growth. Okay, but if you just let the tank
Oh, I
open,
know the horticulture you were involved in.
well, no,
Tomato
I
plants.
grew tomatoes. Okay, but in any case,
Macca.
if you close the door and all the ports, and you open up a tank of CO2 and just let it fill the room up with CO2, you can actually suffocate all the bugs in the room. Okay, that's one thing that like last ditch effort.
I heard
some people tried.
cockroaches can hold their breath, but can't they?
Well, yeah, I mean, bugs
Try it,
are,
Archie, try it. Let's
bugs
see how
are
long you can go.
incredibly resilient.
Listen, Huff,
But no, if I had bed bugs, my bed would get drugged right the fuck out of my house, and then I would set off a bug bomb for 3 days straight, and then I would drag a new bed in and start from scratch.
Lots of them. Listen, I was going to train. I was going to train beagles to detect bed bugs, which is done. There's a lot of it's well, but I was ahead of the curve. I was going to do this before anybody else. Read the super chat, and then I'll tell you about my box.
Here we go. Timely behavior, $8. Mike just said the bug bombs work better. Leads me to believe he has tried the chainsaw method to get rid of the critters.
Very astute observation.
Bug bombs have a chemical in them called pyrethrins. It comes from the chrysanthemum flower or chrysanthemum plant, and it's the same thing that's in fly spray. You know, that knocks them right out of the fucking air. They touch it. They just touch it and they're down. It's a contact killer. And it's in roach spray, ant spray. It's pyrethrins is the main chemical in all bug sprays.
Yeah,
okay,
you spray horses with pyrethrins to keep the flies.
And pyrethrins is what's in flea, like you give your dog a flea bath. That's the chemical that's in the shampoo. Pyrethrins.
Mike,
okay,
you're a frightening compendium of knowledge, Mike. I got to tell you. I had a friend who ran a hotel. And I knew she had bed bugs because she told me, and I said, get the pest guy to collect me a bunch of bed bugs in a box, and I'll come pick them up and I'll use them because, you know, you got to train the beagles to sniff them out, right?
Yeah.
So I get this box, but this fucking guy hands me, he takes me out to the loading dock because they don't want anybody knowing that they got bed bugs. It was a nice hotel, but they didn't want anybody knowing that they had bed bugs. And he hands me a venti Starbucks cup, and there's bed bugs in it. But the lid on the Starbucks was your typical Starbucks lid that you can drink through, meaning there's a fucking hole in the top.
Now
they needed air. Right? They needed oxygen.
That skeeved me. It skeeved me out so bad. So I put a piece of tape over the hole, and as I'm driving, you know, a venti order of caramel macchiato filled with bed bugs. I'm just praying the goddamn thing doesn't, like, I don't jiggle the cup and it bursts open in my car.
Or you don't drink the wrong one.
So I get it home and I set it aside because I know bed bugs can live for like weeks. But you know, they eat a blood meal. Like, this is why people get welts from them, because they eat a blood meal.
Yeah.
And I had the book. The dog trainer's guide on how to train dogs to find these things. But not only do they scent the bed bugs and the eggs, but basically they're sniffing the traces of human blood that are in these things, which means you have to fucking feed them. Now, do you know how you feed them? You take them and you just like, you put your arm into the
fuck.
Yeah, and you got to do this once a month.
What, and let yourself get bit by bed bugs?
Well, you got to feed them, otherwise they die, and then you really can't train the dogs.
So, I see. Man.
Anyway, so I really didn't. I should have thought it through. But let me just say, I had these bed bugs. Now then, when I got them home, I put that cup into a box, and I taped that box really, really good. And then a week later, when I lost my nerve, I put that box in the freezer for like a week. And then after that, I put it out in the garbage. I think the freezer got the bed. I lost my nerve.
Yeah. No, I think the freezer will kill most bugs. Although we used to freeze flies and pull them out and they'd come back to life. But
here we go. Cosmic, $2. Please introduce Nurse Clooney to Half.
Oh yeah, dude. You gotta. This is the new love of my life, man. This is who I go to bed dreaming about, dude.
Oh, this is Blondie too?
Oh no, Blondie's
This
nothing.
was
You did-
before Blondie.
No,
This was
she's better than
before
Blondie.
Blondie. I did some promos. I had some promo work done
Yeah.
on my channel.
Archie was
And,
fucking rocking hard
have
back in the day. Sorry, Archie.
I want to talk to you about boring you. Hello, my name is Lana and I am a nurse. I want to talk to you about boring YouTube channels and luxury wristwatches and other luxury goods. Are you bored of the usual boring watch reviews? Are you bored of the normal factory promotions? If so, I prescribe you ArchieLuxury channel. Archie is just what the doctor ordered. Archie is a magic tonic what will make you happy and smile every day. If you keep watching Archie, you may be able to date women like me. ArchieLuxury will make you a big success with beautiful girls. Я тебя люблю, ArchieLuxury. Не могу жить без тебя.
I think I know this woman, and she wasn't lying about being in nursing school.
Yes. Yes.
That's
yes.
what she told you, Hawk?
I'll be right back.
It's okay. And
that the
another
glucose?
another
Yeah.
interesting thing I found whilst I was doing research. Can I show you something else I found?
Archie's doing research.
You know what? That's actually Mike's glucose monitor.
Hello, airplane club. Hi.
Have a look at this.
Hello.
Do you see what this is?
It's the
Minnow.
Minnow.
Gilligan's Minnow?
A 3-minute,
Yes.
3-hour tour.
Oh my God.
Chris Pratt.
I remember when I first started watching you, Archie, you used to have fresh intros based on themes that were being discussed.
Yes.
What happened to all this
Yes.
production value?
Ooh, hey. Clive has
He
made it. I
probably
meant,
got
yeah.
in a fight with the guy that was doing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
There's Barrows to inject logic into a conversation.
Inject logic. That's exactly it.
Minnow.
Exactly it.
You have
It's,
no friends. You have no friends.
Exactly. I made a good video about that one.
I know.
Mark, you missed it. I was talking about how interesting it is your deep sea would still be ticking away fine if it was on the wrist of someone that didn't spontaneously combust on top the wreck of the Titanic.
Hoff, ironically, the Rancher is on a U.S. Navy submersible right now looking for the watches that might have imploded in the debris.
Why would I actually believe that? I actually think that's a possibility. Because it makes sense. He is in a Navy reserve.
Rancher got the who's that guy from The Sopranos? Tony Soprano. He got his ambulance driver to Uber him all the way to the U.S. Naval Center, where he caught a submarine down to the debris field. Clyde is in an 1890s Jules Verne diving helmet now.
Right, that Rolex Submariner commemorative.
Feeling his way along the bottom, looking for watches. Yeah. Who's playing with the fucking paper, Mike?
Me. It's me. Sorry about that. I'll mute myself. I'm doing something.
Bear's unwrapping some more candy.
I was unwrapping my sandwich.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'll mute myself now.
I didn't mean to yell at you. Sorry, Mike. False accusation. But he was the likeliest suspect. Let's be honest.
100% right. 100% right.
Well, it is. You know what? It is a shame. I got to be honest, but this thing has spawned thousands of memes. Like they were saying, those guys were under a lot of pressure trying to figure it out. All kinds of terrible things. But we laugh so that we don't cry. And also, I mean, there is this element of like, what the fuck were they thinking? Paying $250,000.
$250,000.
They didn't even buy the round trip ticket.
No.
You know what's so crazy? Am I the
Too
only
soon,
one here
too
old
soon,
enough to know the
too
River
soon,
Phoenix movie Explorers?
Oh, you
Anyone
know what?
remember that from when you were a kid from 1985?
Give me a second, Huff. Hold on. When you say the name River Phoenix, I fight the urge to simultaneously cross myself and get an erection. Like those two impulses clash with one another. He was amazing. He was unbelievable. He was Leonardo DiCaprio before Leonardo DiCaprio was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Absolutely.
Terrible
Yeah.
loss. They
made a movie called Explorers, and it was actually on cable this morning. And I was looking at it, and you remember the little kids that dream away to go into outer space? I think that was the gist of it. And if you look, their setup seemed more realistic that they would make it to outer space than that submersible making it to the Titanic. It was crazy. And this was in 1985.
He was in Stand By Me, and then much later he was in a movie called My Private Idaho, which was very beautiful.
My Private Idaho. That was a very.
I've never seen that movie.
It's a dark movie. That
it is. It's sort of like film noir, but it's pretty grim. But he was poised to become like a Heath Ledger or a Leonardo DiCaprio. He just died prematurely. He would have been one of the great actors of his generation. It was really, really sad.
Yeah. It was a that was a movie. My Private Idaho. It's a very sad movie. That I found that
movie to watch. Yeah. But My Private Idaho was a little bit. It was sort of like the what was that fucking movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger?
Oh, Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah, it was the Brokeback Mountain before there was a Brokeback Mountain, a little bit, but actually lower budget indie film, but super emotional, very, very high emotional impact. That would I recommend the movie, but as Archie said, it's very grim. It's tough to watch.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of it's a very sad kind of movie that then. Yeah, it's
you want to hear here's a movie that's on par with that for sadness. Have you ever seen a movie called Requiem for a Dream?
No.
You know what? Okay, so Hoff is saying
no. That is that movie will bum you out. I remember watching that movie and ready to kill myself.
Basically, you need Prozac.
Robert Downey Jr. amazing in that movie.
And Marsha, what was her name? The woman. Anyway.
Oh my God, that scene where she was like tricking for drugs.
Oh my God.
Well, in both of those movies, what they have in common, My Private Idaho and Requiem for a Dream, is they make you fall in love with these characters, and then they systematically destroy them after you're invested in them emotionally. And
yes,
they make you love them, and then they just destroy them, and they take you along for that destructive ride to the debris field. Yeah. BBC.
By the way, another River Phoenix movie I loved, Sneakers. You remember that one where they were all hackers?
Oh, wow. You're going back. Well, it would have been 80s, I'm sure. But yeah. Yeah.
By the way, I love those sneakers you got me there, Huff. I love them.
Oh, you still got them?
Yeah.
You kidding? He probably makes love to them, Huff, like on a regular.
Very nice. I just bought a couple of pairs of Adidas I like.
Do they make them in high heels?
Why do you say, do I still have them? They only just got them.
Well, I wasn't sure if you wore them out.
They're not cooked.
No, okay.
He'll be wearing those into the 2030s. He's got a card. What year did you buy that cardigan, Arch?
Late 90s.
Yeah, I'm probably like 4 pairs of sneakers since I seen you for wearing. But I would walk a lot in the city and it kills them.
Yeah. Okay. Very, very. Because you remember I was wearing those comfortable shoes. Those blues.
Yes.
Etihad's. I'm still wearing them today.
The Etnies, the skate shoes.
Etnies. Yeah. See, I'll just take them off and show you. There you go. See, they got a bit of a mouth happening.
Okay.
Yeah. A little well done. A little crispy.
But
it looks like you broke into Mr. Rogers' dumpster.
I feel
That's a good one.
Archie, it might be time to throw away that Goodwill ensemble that you're wearing from top to bottom. Like I feel like I see holes in that sweater. It looks like you won the ugly Christmas sweater competition in that.
That's actually this better sweater. That's a
hello,
better
Archie.
one.
Hello, gentlemen.
That's the best one.
Hey, ABC.
How's
it going, host?
ABC.
ABC. By the way, guys, I also got another one as a backup. I got this one here, a fleecy top.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's definitely trendier than the
Alexa,
cardigan
what's
arch.
the temperature in Brisbane, Australia?
Wasn't he a musician, DC Top?
it's 9 degrees, 9 degrees Celsius.
It's 69
Yeah, that's cold.
degrees, 69, and you're all bundled up. In Chicago, when it's 69, we're like in shorts.
Mind you,
42, 48 Fahrenheit, 48. It's
No, it
48.
says it's 69 in Brisbane. Where are you? You're at home.
In Brisbane, yeah.
Brisbane. Alexa? What's the temperature in Brisbane, Australia now?
Oh, that's Melbourne. No wonder I got the wrong city set. Okay, Brisbane.
It's 61.
17, 61.
I've got a
Yes.
watch
And
question.
that's freezing. That's freezing.
Nah,
61 is freezing.
That's
I've
Gene
got
in
a
the
watch
t-shirt.
question, an open question to the panel to do with watches. Why do Breitling have slanted or staggered links?
I got them right here. It's called the professional. They have the professional level 1, 2, and now 3. And it adds a bit of visual interest.
Aesthetics, yeah?
That's
Yeah,
right. It's purely aesthetics, but it adds a lot of visual interest. Whereas if you look at the standard oyster bracelet, so copied throughout the world, it's a very sort of, more, it's more even and therefore less visually interesting.
Well, actually, their 5-link bracelet is also in staggered form, and also the mesh bracelet for the
That's
Super
correct.
Ocean.
I have one of each of all of those. 'Cause
Oh.
I like Breitling. I have a few Breitling, and they each have a different bracelet. I'm wearing one right now.
Yeah, that's nice.
The the Breitling bracelet that I really dislike is, I believe, the Seamaster one that has the slightly
That's
the
Omega.
slightly
Omega, Mikey. Omega, Mikey.
angled squares. You know, the angled links.
I think that's what we're
No, I
talking
know
about.
what he's talking about. It is a Breitling bracelet that Mike is talking about.
Are you
Yeah,
talking
and-
about what I'm talking about? The staggered links?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
staggered links.
exactly what he's talking about.
The
There's a
edges
Seamaster in Breitling.
You talking to me?
no, I'm talking about Omega. I guess. I'm sorry. I got the. No, I think it's the
Breitling
Breitling.
do that.
I
Omega
think
don't
it's
do
the
that. do they?
Breitling.
Yeah,
There is no Seamaster
Breitling's
in
the only
Omega.
one I've seen make that horrible bracelet.
Yeah,
I've never seen it in Omega.
yeah. It's not Omega. It's Breitling, and it's really shiny, and the links are smallish, and
That's
I'm
the
not a
fi-
fan of
Yeah,
small. I like big chunky links, like the oysters, bracelets and
You
stuff.
like them big and chunky, Mikey? Big
Yeah.
and chunky.
More cushion for the pushing.
Pushing for the pushing.
So I have a Breitling Galactic Unitime, and it has the 5-link, but they're still all staggered. My watchmaker complained. He said it was a pain in the ass because the bolt, the screw runs all through each of the 5 pieces, and they're also they're angled. So he found it difficult to change links on that bracelet, and he does that all day long.
Yeah. No, just looking at it, it looks like it'd probably be a bitch.
Yeah.
By the way, all right, sorry to interrupt, guys. A thought just came from me. You think
Yes,
the bear's going to invoice you for today's show? He's sleeping on the job over here.
I'm doing ArchieLuxury today.
No, we got some great panelists. It's
Or
great
is
panelists.
he working on some administrative tasks for
But-
I always
ArchieLuxury
work
LLC
behind the scenes.
behind the scenes?
He's
Exactly.
always working.
It's his
As you
last day
know-
before vacation. He's taking it easy.
Oh, is today the last day?
Yeah, exactly. So
What a-
you know
glad.
when you come to office in the last day of your before vacation,
Yes.
you kind of leave earlier. You
cut early.
They call it short timing.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fatwin McMahon here again. I'm coming after you. Dawson, got the dossier, watching your eyes on you. Yeah.
Aye, laddie. Aye.
Anybody know what he said?
Yeah, he's
translating
Fat
that?
Windbag Ben, and he's here to dox you.
Thank you.
He's coming after all of us.
I miss when he. Yes, that too. I miss when he does the curly. You mongoloid motherfucker. I miss that.
Whiskey dick.
Mongoloid motherfucker, whiskey dick.
Small dick, little motherfucker.
I feel like
Is Curly from New York? So I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
Keep going, Mike.
Chicago, I believe.
Yeah.
Chicago? Yeah.
Chicago in the house.
Another heavy accent.
No, come on. I
tenor.
have no accent. But then again, I'm not born here.
I'm just going to bring this up. This is actually a really good visualization, guys. This is about pressure on ships.
Arch, why do you keep bringing up these depressing topics?
Look at it. Okay, so here we go. This is diving. This is pressure. Okay, this is to give you an idea of how deep they went, right? So
As an
normal
Archie expert, I'll explain why he does
scuba
that,
diver.
because
He doesn't like
other
super chats.
other people's misery makes him feel like he's
No,
in a better place.
Here we
That's
go.
exactly what Archie does.
A scuba diver has managed to go to 332 meters. Okay, so they could go a Rolex sub. A submarine typically maxes out at 500 meters. Okay. They got sea nets down to about 1 kilometer. Okay, then we're getting dark. This is the submersible. There were
We have a member's
concerns.
super chat from Malik Diamond, who's been member for, believe it or not, 27 months.
27 months.
And
that is a legend.
And platinum level. Platinum.
Wow.
Platona level.
Anyhow, coming down. Malik Diamond, $5. People have to die for Archie to have a topic of the day. Hashtag Rolex. And we've got someone who's new on the panel. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you, gents? Welcome back off.
How are you?
Thank you, buddy.
I mean, are we? You know, we're going to lose our tether to the deep sea concrete boat. You know that tonight's Bears last night. I just want to make the Archieverse aware. You know, we'd like to send Bear off with some super chats. How about a memorable night? How about more than 29?
Yeah, now I feel bad that I broke up his lunch break.
Is this the way? Is this the way that we send the Bear off? You know, we're in store of 1 week of Captain Comex over here. We need to help this guy out. We need to send a message. I mean, the scam stream on the other end, they haven't even started their stream yet. They're in fucking damage control. Whiskey Dick didn't even send them the link. He's cutting the tether with the scam stream. We got everything happening here, and we're talking about fucking titanium tubes and fucking deep sea fucking stupid. I mean, what are we talking about here? Let's get some fucking emotions going. Let's get some super chats going. Can we do something? Is this just going to end like a fucking dud? We light the wick and the skyrocket never takes off?
Ouch.
Arch?
Ouch. Yes.
What can we do to stir up some motivation, some emotion here? How about some super chats?
Curly, I love you, Curly.
Does anybody give a fuck about Bear leaving today? He's done today. He's already in vacation mode. You got to motivate the Bear.
It doesn't matter. We love you.
We want some super chats from our bloggers.
To quote the great Van Lux, this new guy got quite a mouth on him.
Personally, I'm dreading.
I mean, this is like fucking Mau City. Oh, and what do you think? How do you think they felt before they incinerated and they turned into a fish feeder? Who cares?
I'll take the L on that one. I brought up all this stuff.
We want super chats. We want drama.
With the best of intentions, though. I was referring to a deep sea would still be.
Does anybody have any good skinny on what the damage control meeting behind the scenes is going on? Headed up by head of HR, fucking the forehead himself. Did you get a dismissal letter from the from Team Timok over on the other end?
A long time ago.
Actually, I mean, we heard that you lost your job. We heard that your fucking watch was a toy. Even O'Sheen was like, no person in the music industry would be caught dead with one of those on their fucking wrist.
I love that. Yeah, I gotta love that.
Let's fire back. You're from New York City. Let's get these fucking shit going. Give me some
OG, baby girl. We will miss you, Bear.
That's what I'm talking about. See, you need OG.
Baby girl. Baby girl.
Oh, cool. I thought you said baby cow.
Mikey, you got any pictures of you behind the fucking behind the controls of the airplane? I want to see a picture of Mikey on the airplane. You got the headphones?
Or buying a submersible behind the
I
wall
do
where he
have
gets
my
his.
aircraft headphones. I had some really nice
Nitrogen.
noise canceling ones I sold to my dad. But
What about some
I've got,
pics of it of you flying or anything? Anything? Any kind of pics with Mike the Snake
there
behind
is
the controls? What was the name of the
I've got a
airplane, Mike?
video. I've got a video on one of my phones of the plane as I sold it, and they were taxiing away. You can see if it's on this phone.
So what is it, like a goodbye video? Was somebody else flying the plane? Mike, if you
yeah,
could find a
he
picture
bought
of
it.
you, and Mike, a picture of you behind the cockpit of the plane, I will super chat $100.
No, I
Do
don't
it for
have
Archie,
pictures.
Mike.
I don't have that picture.
Oh,
Or my,
Jesus Christ.
I think my dad might have some. But I don't believe I have any. And it might, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
All right.
my
No
airplane
pressure.
photos-
It's a standing offer, Mikey. Standing offer.
Well, I do have a picture of the plane as when I sold it, and the guy was taxiing off with it.
Mikey, you're putting me in the mood, Mike. I just feel like, Mikey.
Sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, I guess, but I'm trying to find.
How about
that
we get
video.
some? Hey, does anybody want to wish a bon voyage to Bear? We're not going to see it. When are you going to come back, Bear? After the 4th of July?
No, before. July 4th, I should be on a stream.
Beautiful.
Very
So
cool.
we're going to be able to celebrate the American independence with the
sir.
Bear.
Personally, I'm dreading when Bear's gone. Bear makes the show, and we're gonna do our best while Bear's gone.
I'll never let go.
Celine Dion just bought a new private jet of her own. She's like, my career is on the up.
Amazing. Yeah.
Okay, let me check my other phone.
I understand. Yeah. Yeah.
I see. Ah,
I see. There it is.
I love you, Kelly. I love you.
You don't understand, you motherfucker. What the fuck are you doing, fucking motherfucker, you? And that's
we
it.
want to be a bit nice to Mike today. We want to appreciate Mike. Mike's a great guy. Mike.
I didn't even
Mike,
realize.
do you need Archie to have sympathy for you, or can we bust your balls without you being sensitive about it? Is it possible?
Nobody wants to be busted continually. Mike's done it. Look, I got to be honest with you. The other side said that we're pushing Mike too far.
That's their narrative. Do you believe their narrative, Archie?
Too far? How so?
Do you want to believe them, or do you want to believe Mikey? Mikey, how do you feel, Mikey? Do you feel like we've been abusing you, Mikey?
No, not the panel as much as the chat, but
Mikey, aren't you an admin?
I deal with
Mikey,
it
are you an
just
admin?
fine.
Are you an admin?
I am.
Yes, he is.
Okay, then why don't you just fucking give him a coffee break?
Yeah,
Use the power, Mikey.
I've held off on doing that.
Don't
just
hold off,
because
Mikey. Use it. You'll love it, Mikey. Just use it.
I don't want to get, even though they get really personal with everything, I'm trying to keep it not personal and not like trigger anybody
fuck
to.
that, Mikey. Make it personal. Fucking but make him take a coffee break. Narc does it and it's funny. I find
like
it funny.
that coffee break.
Yeah. Send him on a coffee break. Send him on a Hare Krishna break, Mikey. Are you okay, Mikey?
Kind of like my cop friend who goes, "Yeah, I gave him some. He got a wood shampoo."
Mikey, Archie is
is
believing what OC messages him about us giving you stale air over here on the Archieverse, us abusing you. Do you believe that you're being abused, Mikey? Show me on the dial where you think we touched you.
No, nobody's abusing me. It's just like I said, the constant negativity on the chat and there's from a few certain people. It just gets old. That's
Why is
all.
your camera off, Mike?
Mike, has he tried to recruit you?
I'll turn it back
Has he
on. I
tried
don't
to
give a
recruit you
shit.
for-
I'm looking through my phone if that's exciting enough for you.
Mike, has he tried to recruit you yet?
No. They know that I can go over there whenever I want. Hey, you want to see my 85-year-old father?
Yes, sir.
Tell me if this guy looks 85.
Full screen, Arch.
Wow, look at that. He looks healthy.
Wow, no way.
Who's that? Oh man, he
Mike,
looks
that's
just...
before the airplane crash or after?
That's the airplane that he crashed behind him.
What actor
Wow.
does he look like? He's reminded me of an actor. Why can't I think of the name?
He looks like Clint Eastwood. He looks like Clint Eastwood to me.
That's a
I
stretch.
do see a
Henry
Clint
Fonda, I
Eastwood
think.
vibe about him, though.
But,
Like a-
he's
I was gonna say Dustin
87 now, and he looks
Exactly. There you go. JJ nailed it. Dustin Hoffman.
Hey, Mikey, is he single?
Oh, here's my airplane. Let me see if I can find the video version.
Hey, Bear, I don't know. You're not getting much of a send off.
Okay, here you go.
That's okay, man. That's okay. OG baby girl.
Here's my airplane. Here's my airplane going bye-bye.
Oh, great. Yeah, there you go. Now it's focusing. What was the
that
name of the
plane-
plane? What's the name on there? What was the name on that cockpit? Behind
34V.
It was a special model. It's made by a company called Vans.
No. I'm
Aircraft.
saying, what was the name of your plane? Like you had to have named your plane like people name their boat. What was the name of the plane? The SS Snake? What is it?
No, I never named it. I didn't own it a lot. I never named it.
Juco, here we go. $20. Dear Mike the Snake, we love you, man. Keep being chill. Bear, have a good time off. From
Thank you,
Juco.
You're the
Hey,
man.
tell me
Can we,
if that
can
isn't
we
a
give
sexy
him,
fucking airplane, though.
Some bears and bees and shit, you know?
Is that
Look
not
at
a
that.
sexy fucking airplane?
Very sexy plane.
Very sexy.
You know what, Mike? Someone in the group chat sent me another photo of you actually flying the plane.
I don't think there's a video out there of me flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Bear, you seen it too, right?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Is it Amelia Earhart?
Arch, hold
No,
on.
no, Mike.
hold on, I'm gonna
Is
play
it the one? Is the one where that guy stole it and like went and did loops and stuff and then crashed it and committed suicide?
Mike, you look nervous. Like you look nervous if somebody finds a picture. Like when
I
when
don't
somebody
fucking-
found the video of the Pantera.
No. Fuck, I could give a shit.
Good. That's what we want to hear. Hey, Mikey, are you keeping an eye on the chat? Look, Mikey, I want you to time somebody out. Well, time me out, Mikey. Can you time me out? Just time me out. See how it
I've never
feels.
timed anybody out.
See how it
P.
feels. Time me
Klein.
out.
Here we go. P.
Mike,
Klein,
the next
$2.
person who
Captain
gives you
Curly, how's
shit,
the
you
mouth?
time
And
them
what's
out.
for dinner? Here we go. P. Klein, $2. Captain Curly, how's the mouth and what's for dinner?
The mouth
Ooh, nice.
is pretty excellent, and dinner is risotto with some chicken.
Ooh,
Nice.
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 Chicken
looks
broth
like a good
risotto.
flyer,
Thank you,
too.
Pete Klein.
Snakes on a plane.
Mike, next guy in the chat who gives you shit, time them out. Just do it.
Attaboy,
I
Mike.
do it.
Don't
I
take no
thought-
shit off
I thought
nobody.
about
Mike.
it. I thought about
All right. Here, Mikey, practice with me. Practice with me. I'm gonna type something.
Okay, post something.
Oh,
'cause I
Mikey,
don't
you must
see
write it right.
What do you
Fucking
come
nuke him,
up as?
Mike. You
Curly?
nuke him right out of the water.
Yeah.
What's your name? Curly?
Yeah.
Okay. I will see if I can do that when it comes up on the chat.
Everybody, watch out. Watch your backs.
And I'll just try to
You're
time me
gonna-
out. I'll
You're
time me
gonna
out
give
for
Mike
like.
shit.
Is there when you time somebody out? Is there an option of like for how long?
No, you just hit him. You just zap him.
Just fucking pound it, Mike. Don't worry
Here it
about
comes, Mikey. Here it comes.
By default,
Do it.
default is 5 minutes.
Do it, Mikey. Hit the button. Do it. You can even ban me.
Where are you? Who are you?
Real world Curly. Do it, Mikey. I'm a wrench,
No.
but you can time out
there you go.
wrenches.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Hey, Arch, I got to run. I'll try to jump back on in a little bit.
Hey,
There.
Huff, thank you so much for coming on, man. It was
Of course.
great.
There you go.
And I'll do my best to jump on while Bear's away.
Curly's on time.
Thank you very much, Hoff. Thank
All
you.
right,
Appreciate
Bear.
that.
I'll hit
Hey,
you later.
Hoff.
Bye.
Why
Good
are you
seeing
timing
you,
out?
Hoff.
Likewise. Great to
Love
be
you,
back,
man.
fellas.
Love you.
Thank you.
See you, Hope. Mike, why are you timing out Curly? Curly is a friend.
Yeah, he's super
Ah,
chat.
there you
He
go,
just-
Mikey. See
I
how
didn't time
easy
you
that
out?
was? Yeah, it timed me out, and I got a wrench. You can even
Oh, okay. So you just
use the
untimed yourself.
power, Mikey. Use the power. Breathe
no,
the fucking
listen,
fresh air in the Archieverse.
I thought about just waging all out war and on any negative.
Do it.
post
Do
about
it.
me,
And
I
do it
just
verbally
fucking
too,
time 'em
Mike.
out.
Belittle them when you do it. Hey, Mike, There's no
Don't
fresher
take those
air
shit
than the
off
Archie
nobody.
panel. There's no sweeter air than being on Archie's panel.
Yeah, no, I can agree with you there. Archie is the pinnacle of the fucking internet streaming.
Arch, how we
streaming
working the
world.
Arch, did you get the picture of Mike flying yet, or
What are we
on the
doing
chat?
for motivation for super chats,
Sorry.
Arch? What's the plan?
Motivation, yes. I got some great pictures coming up.
We
now.
have a member super chat from JPCWC. Member for 2 months. If only MTS Mike the Snake could time out Curly on the stream.
He can't backstage me, Mikey.
Do it.
Go on my avatar and hit remove.
Okay, let me find you again.
Don't do what he tells you, Mikey. Be a protester. Be a rebel.
Rebel.
Fuck. Now I lost you, man. I gotta find you in the chat again.
Boys and girls, I must away. Thank you for sharing your time with
Hey,
me.
Marky, thanks for coming, man. It was
Are you
great
leaving,
to have
Mark?
you on.
I must go, Mikey, but I support you. If I were you, I would kick everybody off except for Archie and you. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I really enjoy you, Mark. I really do. And if I were ever in your area, I would love to hang out with you and take you out to lunch or dinner or something, man. You're great. Fuck, where's the real Curly, right? Or something like that?
Real world
Real world Curly? Or all right, trying to find it. As soon as I find it, I'll kick his ass fucking off.
Don't kick him. Look, there are plenty of people
Well,
who
he's
chat
asking
smack
me
about
to
you,
so
Mike.
that I can learn how to do this shit.
No,
all
but
right?
listen, loads of people chat smack about you on the chat. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Mike.
What? Yes,
Mike.
people talk smack about me on the
Right,
chat.
so why don't you time them out?
You know what? I haven't done it. I have yet to ever use my wrench on anybody, just because I just, I mean, I think some people consider it kind of part of the entertainment, and like this picture here, and I just let it slide off my back. Sometimes I get triggered, but most of the time, unless they get really super personal and say something really fucking nasty, and then I just tell them, outright right there personally, and I don't need to time them out. I just tell them off.
You're too forgiving.
Ooh.
Oh, I've done it. You've been here when I've told people to fuck off when they've said
You
something
told
nasty.
me to fuck off. You told me to fuck off. What do you mean? Yeah, I know. I felt it.
Well, it's always
Lovingly.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
not a deep-hearted I wish you'd die fuck off ever with even with the
Exactly.
people that torment me in the chat. I don't have any hate towards them.
That fucking
It's
Jimmy. Jimmy's the worst. Jimmy's by far the worst one of all of them. Oh my God, he has not.
yeah,
Jimmy,
you know what?
right.
And the thing is I have seen him like behave normally on other streams. Like
He can be normal, but for some reason you trigger him. You trigger
yeah,
this guy.
no, I mean, just everything I say, everything I do, he's got a fucked up comeback with, for every little thing I do or say. And like I've mentioned, that kind of shit just gets old, after like a year or 2 years of it. But I let it slide. It's just kind of part of the my character, and I mean, I don't mean to be the whipping post, but it seems that, well, and I do put my foot in my mouth a lot, and I do interrupt.
No.
I know, believe it or not, Bear. So
Okay.
hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I agree. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to really disrupt the balance and just go on the war path and fucking, fucking change things.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's why I
Nah, but
haven't.
Mike, you ruined it. You know why you ruined it? Oh, sorry. Let's listen to the super chat. Sorry.
OG baby girl, $5. I always say Mike is a ride or die kind of guy. Hard to find. You betcha.
She does
I
always say.
noticed in the chat when Mike was looking at people to time out, people were getting a bit scared. They're like, "Oh no, don't teach him how to time people out."
Oh no, I know. I just learned. I just clicked on those three little dots and learned and did it, and I just timed out Curly, and so I know how to do it. I just I just don't. I
As
choose
JJ
not
said,
to. I choose
JJ
not to
said,
wield
"Don't
my
take no shit
wrench.
from nobody."
Yeah, Mike, don't take no shit off of nobody, Mike.
Yeah. I just don't want any real, like, honest bad blood for somebody to take, go personal, like heavy personal with me or anything, like some people have in the past. But when they do, and I usually check them up right there.
Who went so personal in the past? Who are you referring to?
I forget.
You forgot.
Some people, I don't remember
It was that
names.
personal
I'm
that
really
you forgot?
bad about.
Was so bad and
names
personal you
stuff.
fucking forgot? That's crazy. Crazy talk.
Does Sod
Yeah.
trigger you? Does General Sod trigger you?
Sod triggers me because he has
Yeah,
my game plan. He's got my buttons all lined up. Sod has me dialed in like nobody else, and I love Sod for it.
You
And
love him for it? Wait a second.
I
You're
love
giving
Sod.
kind of
Sod's
confusing
the
message.
best. I love
But
Sod.
do you love Jim? Jim? Do you love Jimmy? Jimmy boy?
I can't say I have the warmest
He's a
feelings towards
nasty
Jimmy.
one. nasty one. Yeah. I agree.
But I'm not going to time him out, unless he says something really super duper fucked up, and I haven't, and if he does, I'm gonna out him like verbally, right here, like in person, and then if it
You gonna
continues
nuke
or
him?
whatever, then I'll maybe go that far. But I have yet to use my wrench even once on anybody, and I'd like to keep it that way. I'm
I
just
think
trying
this
to.
sounds almost like a threat to them. You're kind of giving them a last warning. That's what it sounds to me like. Super chat.
Yeah, you can
Where have
interpret
you
it as
been?
that. I mean, it's
Timely behavior. Timely behavior, $3. Donation to be timed out by Mike the Snake.
Wow, Mike is bringing money, guys.
He's bringing
Okay,
it
let's
in.
see here.
Let me
So
see,
if I
where's
click
Jimmy?
on it,
I think Jimmy.
I don't think I
Jimmy's
can.
hiding.
Can I time
me
out
see
a?
what-
Oh, there it is. There are the three dots. Okay, I'm timing him out.
Who?
Timely behavior is asked to be timed out, right?
Another friend. Oh,
Put user in timeout.
Did we
There.
read OG baby girl super chat $5?
Yes, we did. We did. We'll do it again. Give some value to OG baby girl. I always say Mike is a ride or die kind of guy. Hard to find. You bet you. And we've also got Real World Curly, $10. Bear, enjoy your family time. Thank you for protecting Archie's platform. The punters are worth the effort. In the end, there's no substitute for the Archieverse. Fake you, Mikey. I was kidding. I quit. There we go.
Love you, Curly. Love you,
Look at
Curly.
that.
You're a
I
gentleman.
love
You're
Curly
class
too.
act.
Totally, I love Curly. There's so many people here. So many more people here that I absolutely love. That the people that I don't like are insignificant. That's
Jimmy.
why I don't bother doing
Jimmy
shit
and
about them.
that gold guy. What's his name, Mikey? Tell the biker. What's his name? Gold guy. Gold guy.
Bob's
Big Al. Big
Bob
Al's golden.
Sacramento. Yeah.
Big Al's another
Big Al,
one. Bob's
Big Al,
watches.
yeah.
Bob's watches is another one.
Yeah.
I think those three are the three main offenders. But
excuse me.
they just seem to take pleasure in dogging me and whatever. Fuck them.
Fuck those spikers. Fuck the meatball. Fuck the meatball.
They say what they say, and the chat scrolls up, and it goes away, and nobody nobody sees it after about 3 or 4 minutes, and so it's gone, and it didn't hurt me, so whatever, it's all good. I'm just trying my best, man. I really am. I'm trying my best to just be me, be the real me. I am, my shtick is just, me.
Super chat from a dear friend.
Dear friend,
gentleman.
ABC, £5. Bear, of course we're gonna miss you. But
Yeah, we
we'll
are.
be
Miss you too.
fine. Now's the time for you to unwind with those you love. Enjoy your family time.
Love you, ABC. Thank
Yep.
you very much.
You deserve
That
it,
means a
man.
lot
You
to me.
deserve it.
You will be very missed, Bear.
Re-energized, though, I'll be returning like a Energizer Bunny. I will be re-energized, and we're gonna conquer the world like
Cool.
Pinky and a Brain, like Pinky.
Nice.
And a
I
Brain.
love that. I love that cartoon. That's
Me too.
fucking. That's a great
too.
cartoon.
Hey, we have a super chat from a medium legend.
Toyota Mo, $5. Punters unite. Hashtag justice for Jimmy. We can end bullying by panel members together. Toyota Mo, the medium legend who sponsors the studio. There we go.
If you wanna look, what it really comes down to, that's literally what they're doing to me. They're bullying me.
Hey,
and-
sorry to interrupt you. What's a Dark Trooper today? Oh
What's
no,
what?
that's the Dark. Nothing. I mixed it
I'm
up.
sorry.
It's another nothing. Forgive me for interrupting. Don't ban me. Don't
Forgive
ban
me.
me. don't drop me. Forgive me, Mikey.
You can interrupt me anytime you want, Bear.
Thank you, Mikey.
Hey, I'll be right back in 5 seconds. I gotta go turn my air conditioning
No
off.
worries at it. Now, I got to tell you guys, it's this is an interesting it's a very interesting type of dilemma we've got. The Bears going away. Will Archie flounder? Whew. Should I bring Lux back for a little bit of help? What can we do, guys? It's going to be an interesting week. That's one thing for sure. It's going to be a very interesting week. So
Arch, I can pull stuff up like Lux too,
Hey, thank you so much. I'd love to have you on, JJ.
Sounds good.
It's I gotta tell you, the whole YouTube space there, it is such a fun environment. I love to chat. You guys are wonderful guys. It's just amazing. It's just so amazing. Anything interesting new? What are you how is any buyer's remorse? JJ, buyer's remorse?
Buyer's remorse for what?
Anything you've bought, the expensive FP, any remorse?
No, the FP I could sell for fucking double there's no buyer's remorse there at all. The Tudor I'm back on my honeymoon with. No, I mean, what else is there? The 2 Daytonas at retail? Nope. Day Date is my one of my favorite pieces. I wear all the time. Hulk and the VC are very cool. 321 is my favorite Omega ever made. Nope, I'm good. I regret buying a couple of mid-tier garbage things, but like some of the Unimatics, I didn't really need 2 Unimatics. I could have kind of probably skipped one.
Yeah, we got
What Tudor have you got?
Say that again, ABC. I'm sorry.
What Tudor have you got?
Oh, Black Bay. Actually, I could send Archie a picture. I mean, not Black Bay. I got the Pelagos 39.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shoot it.
Sorry.
We got Medium Legend again. Toyota Mo, $2. Hashtag Jimmy's comments matter. And hashtag justice for Jimmy. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. I'll join that.
Poor Jimmy. All he wants to do is hang out and have fun.
I know. Poor Jimmy.
Getting persecuted in the chat now. Mike, they were going after him. All your
No, I'm the evil guy on the warpath.
Yep.
That's all right.
Yep.
Mike, how much to close your door today?
How much what?
How much to close your door today? Did the price go up, or is it still $20?
That's the standard charge to open or close the door.
There you go, guys. If you want to see Mike's door closed, $20 super chat.
And we got 30. We got this Mr. TW. Hello,
Hey.
what's going on?
Hey, Archie. Is Jimmy banned?
No.
Mom muted.
No.
No, you're not muted. We can hear you.
It's Jimmy Band.
No. How are you?
Look, Archie, I don't want to talk about it, Kai. Just keep talking.
TW, what happened to your friend who died? How did he pass away?
You're the sea master.
What do I do? What do I do?
You're the sea master.
Sea Master. Sea Monster? Sea Master.
Fuck, my right pants.
Did you see
Is Doc on the stream?
How's it going, fellas?
Hey!
Doc!
Hey, Doc.
How's it going there, JJ? How's it going there, Mike?
Hey,
Just hanging.
Doc.
Throwing some power around. I like that.
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I'm being incited to wield my
And
power.
here we
a
go.
little
We
bit.
got Real World Curly $10. Tanzio has funded many of Archie shows. Please pay it forward for all the nights Tanzio paid for everyone's entertainment. Please consider a thank you super chat for the Archieverse. #1 sponsor.
Number
Thank
one.
you
Number one
very much.
sponsor.
Number one
I'm gonna
sponsor. Yeah.
also thank Bear for being here, considering that he's on his way on vacation. A lot of people would be preparing and taking
Yes.
time instead of coming on the show. So
Yeah.
thank you for
Doc.
that.
Bear always goes above and beyond.
Absolutely.
He really does. I mean, when Archie's in a funk, Bear's there to fucking, bitch slap him into fucking, reality. And when he sees that things are out of balance, Bear's there to let him know. Bear is the foundation of this stream in a sense.
Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Mikey.
And yeah,
And it wouldn't be the same without
It would
Bear.
not be the same without you, Bear. It would
Thank you
not
very
be the
much,
same
guys.
without you. You
Hey,
bring
what's
so
a
much to this
perfect,
place.
perfect dog? What's a perfect dog avatar today?
It looks like Clyde.
Super
It looks
chat
like Clyde.
poison.
Is it Clyde?
That's Mikey with the Pantera. No, that's Mikey with the Pantera.
The burning Pantera. Got it.
Oh yeah, cool.
Mikey.
Cool
Look at that.
picture.
That's so cool.
Mike, are you still ready for when I come out to see you?
Sure, yeah. Come on up, man. I'm ready.
And
I'm
we've
not
got
even gonna clean my
chef,
house.
Run Chef, £1 super sticker. Thank you, Run
And he's giving you
Chef.
popcorn, Archie. He's giving you popcorn.
Popcorn. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What a cool guy. What a
Arch, how do
very
you feel
cool guy.
about Mike saying you got bitch slapped into reality?
Who?
No, I was just saying, like, when Archie's in a funk or he's, in the past, when he needed it, or Bear was there to kind of, shake him. Wake up,
Yeah.
Wake
up!
Come on.
Wake up!
Wake up.
Wake
Come
up.
on, man.
Wake up.
You're falling asleep or whatever, and
Maybe we need to talk to Mookie about getting a clip of Bear saying, Archie, read the fucking super chat.
Yeah.
Super chat from one and only Trooper.
Trooper, $5. Bears, my favorite. Rest up and recharge the batteries, mate. There we
Yeah.
go.
Thank you very much, Trooper. Thank you.
Oh, I hope you have-
Much appreciated.
Real
Really
World
mean that.
Curly
Lots
says,
of fun.
when is the last time OC messaged you? He messaged me last night.
Well, at least you're being honest.
He's becoming your bestie now, Arch. This is
I
a
mean,
bit
I don't
worrying.
know if that part's
What
kind
did he do? What did he say? What was about? Share, Archie. Share. Please
He
tell.
said to me, he said
You
somebody
go,
Coming your
girl.
busy mate.
He
Coming
said
your
someone
busy
just sent
mate.
me. He said someone just sent me a very long clip of the nasty and vicious attack on Mike by Curly and JJ. Truly disgusting. Listen to
He's
this.
truly
We were-
disgusting. His forehead and his tactics are truly disgusting.
We were
When was
flooded
this?
with notes.
Oh, jeez.
We were
Yeah,
flooded.
flooded.
Listen to this. We were flooded with notes of well wishes and financial contributions from Mike's friends
He's such
Oh
a
and
my
supporters
god.
for how he
Oh
was
my
treated. Shameful.
How fucking actually he's trolling himself. It's not even funny anymore.
He's become a
fucking
meme
sad.
of himself, right? He's become like
Yeah.
a cartoon character.
I think JJ's
Yeah.
onto something with that.
Well,
What a
I mean,
fucking-
JJ never like abused me or
All right.
harassed
Now,
me.
I just want people to pay close attention. This is the actual guy he's talking about, telling you that he didn't get any abuse or anything just goes to show what a liar he is and how insane he is. Like he thinks he speaks for you, Mike. He thinks he speaks for you.
I didn't see all the show, but the little segment I remember was JJ saying it's okay to say "fuck you, JJ." That's what
that
I
was funny
remember
as hell.
seeing.
Well, that's when everybody goaded me into saying that, like yesterday. And
but that's the torture I guess he must be talking about. I don't remember any.
No,
other
because I
torture
had the
from
thing
JJ.
that said.
If you remember, I said right before I said that, I said, JJ,
I don't mean it. Yeah, I don't mean it.
I don't mean this, JJ, and I
Yeah.
said it. But I don't like saying
our
that
point
to
is
anybody.
it's all in good fun though. We were doing it as like to tease each other. We're not nobody's saying
Right.
it out of meanness or disgust. Like I put Mike sitting on a fence. It's not like is that that is abusing someone. It's a joke. It's fucking stupid. It's not like I said nasty stuff about him. It's so stupid.
Come on, it's
And
idiotic. Listen,
it's
if
not
he,
like you talked about his family or something.
No,
like
I put a picture of his head on someone sitting on a fence.
don't count. Listen, JJ, don't count out the possibility that there is a mental disorder with this guy.
There's other people that talk about my family and my situation.
Just a second. He's not that stupid. So he must know that it's too obvious to figure what he's saying and what his game is. So there's got to be some mental disorder, or he thinks that Archie is a total moron.
I think he thinks Archie is easily manipulated, and he also wants airtime. See how we're talking about him right now? So
the thing is, what he fails to understand, Archie is a very sharp guy. He just chooses when to act. He's not the type of guy that pulls the trigger immediately. That's the
here's
thing
the
about
other
Archie.
interesting thing. Archie is an asshole, but Paul Pluta is true gentleman.
Most of the time.
Like most people. I mean, it's not 100%, but
it's but the thing is he actually it's either one or the other. He's mentally ill. He's either mentally ill or he's completely underestimating Archie's ability to see through his bullshit.
Well, I think
so one or the other.
He's underestimating, like you say. I think he's getting to the level of Paul and thinking that, this guy, I can easily take him.
Ooh,
Wrong.
wait a second. I gotta warn Big Al, golden watches. Do it. Be careful. Mike has been power tripping. OC is supporting him. Things are happening. He's banning
he's on the
people.
warpath.
Yeah,
he was told he's got options now. He's got options, right, Mike? You got options.
So be careful, Big Al. Big Al, be careful.
And he's now identified the button. So
yeah, it's like the nuke button.
No.
The thing is, like he knows.
Mikey looks like a shark right now. Look at him.
The thing is, he knows Mike brings in the super chats and is entertaining and it's fun. So he wants to recruit him because there's nobody fun or interesting there to have fun.
He's probably jealous, like that one show where we had 10 Mike the Snakes at once.
They would love to have Mike the Snake.
Of course they would. That's why they're trying to manipulate him now, saying, "Oh, we're mean and nasty." Like, come on.
But they also underestimate Mike's friendship and loyalty to Archie. That's another thing they underestimate.
Yeah, that's something that'll never be affected or diminished.
Exactly.
Archie is my man.
Exactly.
Thank you.
And on that great note, guys, I'm going to say good night to you. Good day to you, gentlemen.
Good day, my bear. Good day, my bear.
We have a fantastic time.
Bear.
Have fun, Bear.
Enjoy every well-deserved minute.
Thank you, guys. I will definitely jump on if I have opportunity or watch if I have opportunity. Archie, I believe in you. You're the best. Keep going doing what you're doing. You got a great alliance. JJ, Archie, watch Nicholas. The trio that nobody can break. Love you all and have a great show. Ciao.
Enjoy your vacation.
See you back. We'll see you back, Bear.
See you guys.
See you later. Wow, look at that, hey? Look at that.
There you go.
That's
there
just
you go.
there we go there. We got ABC, we got Mike, and we've got who else we got here?
JJ.
Oh yes.
I'm also here.
And Doc.
You know,
why did you want to be best friends with you so bad?
Save the best to last.
The Rancher, $2. Fike Bear, Navoy vacation. Enjoy vacation. Fike Bear, enjoy vacation. From the Rancher, very, very kind of the Rancher there.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know why he wants to be friend. You know, the thing is, he always pushes a false narrative. There's always more spin. I get dizzy. I read these emails, these text messages he sends me. I get dizzy. There's so much spin.
Right.
So much
Well,
spin.
he's the spin doctor. You know, the thing is funny though. He always says like he don't like someone because what they're doing to Tim. It's not right what they're doing to Tim, right? But he's your best friend, and you've literally been on the air saying, "I'll rip your throat out," and you know all this funny stuff. Like, but he wants to be your best friend. So it's my point is, it's so disingenuous, and he's just such a spin doctor. It's like really wild.
You think he must be getting paid from Timok? There must be a profit share there.
I mean, if there's not, then he's really mental.
There's some sort of a gain. There's some sort of gain. If it's not financial, then it scares me.
Right, exactly. Like if it's not, then I'm even more worried. Right, that's the whole thing. It's like then he's really a nut.
Yes. Like,
at least it would make sense if he did. You know, like look at the way he went after Ali. And what did he do? He just entered the show like to try to help someone going like crazy, like a maniac.
Exactly.
Now, I have to admit, I'm a little confused. Is Ali a gentleman who's come on this show a couple times? Am I thinking
he's been on here a couple times? He's always on my show.
Very soft spoken, very educated.
Yeah,
very educated.
Very well spoken. Almost sounds like a radio announcer. That guy.
Yeah, and he's not really into the drama. He's more into the watch talk. So he usually drops out. If it gets real heavy, he drops out.
That's like kicking a kitten or something. What's going on with that then? I mean, he's not doing anything. So how's that deserved? I'm confused.
Because he's on my show and he helps me. So by proxy, he has to get attacked. I think he felt threatened that he super chatted to get someone's attention on Tim's show for one of his supposed friends on the panel to actually call him up and like get a hold of him and help him because he was losing his shit or whatever. I didn't watch it, so I only heard secondhand. I don't want to comment too much on it, but my focus is on like why would you be nasty to such a nice guy who hasn't
exactly. Even that sounds like reaching out in kindness. So it's confusing. So I'm impressed, Archie, with all of your Submariner and submersible knowledge. You left out an important thing, though, and of course, you know, I get to bring it up. But
yes, sir.
If they weren't so lefty woke, it might not have happened. Did you know that part?
No, why's that?
They went out of their way, or the boss, the main guy, went out of his way to hire people who were young and inexperienced, but he was calling it they were maximizing diversity.
Huh. Well, I watched the news this morning, and it said the people were dead, and they found fragments of the submersible. That means that there was like a catastrophic implosion because it's under such high pressure. There was a leak, and it just went crunched in like a beer can when you stomp on it. Okay, it just sucked in, to like nothing. Everybody died instantaneously, and the thing broke apart into pieces.
But one of the people who was working for them about maybe 5 years ago or so, he was one of the 50-year-old white guys that they said they wanted to get rid of. And he was talking about a lot of the shortcuts on safety. So by hiring a group of inexperienced diversity types, they wouldn't really realize that they were taking necessarily shortcuts on safety. And that's probably what happened.
Well, that happens in a lot of, in aircraft and, a lot of different areas.
But has that submersible done any journeys before?
I think it had.
It had made 5 trips to the Titanic. The problem is each time you do a trip, you're actually putting in aircraft.
It's like cycling, like you had said before.
Okay.
And it's irreversible stress.
It never comes back tip top.
No, it doesn't come back, and you can develop Archie's favorite thing, the micro stress fractures.
Yes, and we got
Yeah.
GB $2. Mike, did they not use the right resin? Inform us.
I don't know how much resin was involved. I think it was a pretty much metal vehicle.
I will say it's kind of a boring exterior. It could have used a little color and glaze.
Well, you know, to have a window or something.
I'm
to
surprised
handle
it wasn't
those-
orange.
those
I'm surprised it
pressures.
wasn't painted orange, so if it bobbed up, they could find it quickly.
See, I thought you were going to say yellow.
Mm.
I thought you were a Beatles fan.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
any kind of color would have been interesting. But I'm sure the paint would affect the properties and add to weight and all that sort of thing.
It did have an umbilical, right? Like, so it was being. They had a radio line and probably an air line, you know, connected from the ship up above.
I believe
But-
it was a submersible, so it wasn't independent.
Yeah, but somehow it probably got snagged on something or ran into something, and which like compromised the structure of the vehicle, and then
So it was titanium and carbon fiber mixed together.
Yeah,
Is
there
that
you go.
possible?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It sounds
How do you do that?
it sounds experimental though to me.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely experimental. I mean, all those are. There, I don't think there is any sanctioning body that that like says this submarine is okay, except the government.
That's an interesting comment from Matt Helm.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I know it's not Matt Helm, but that's the famous character, Matt Helm.
One expert proposed the carbon fiber. Is that the one? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, the one you put up there. Yeah, it's a very interesting comment.
Carbon fiber gets micro fractures.
Well, even the titanium under that sort of stress can develop.
My guess is the titanium would give out before the carbon fiber, because the carbon fiber, used properly, is laid out in so many directions, the fibers, that it generally doesn't fail, you know, unless it's just like catastrophically, like blown to pieces, like, you know, a carbon fiber airplane, you know, smashes into the ground at 200 miles an hour. Okay, then yeah, you get pieces of it, but
well, the problem is it's even expensive to test and simulate the pressures that such materials endure. So my understanding is they were even cutting corners on the testing because it's expensive to test it. So we won't really know, probably. We'll
it's
never
like
know.
most of the high-end bicycles these days are made of carbon fiber, and you don't see anybody in the Tour de France, you know, you don't see any of their bikes snapping in half, or, you know, a wheel one side of the, you know,
Well, under normal
or,
stresses that wouldn't happen, but under extreme stress like that,
yeah,
it's hard to predict.
Those are
That's the
super
problem.
extreme down there, that deep. I mean, they're omega.
And Archie's point as
pressures.
well, I think that's probably the most important point, is that by going up and down just a few times and cycling, you know, you're introducing stresses.
No, they should probably X-ray that thing every time it comes back up. You know, they should X-ray it for microfractures, and you know, they probably weren't doing that.
But anyway, I was impressed that you had all this knowledge, including the cycling. Honestly, Pontiff, I didn't think that you had that in you.
Yes,
obviously you do.
Wow. It's I gotta tell you, I can't believe that some of the smartest, richest people on planet Earth would be silly enough to go into that contraption. I mean, that.
Well, I mean, it's proof that, you know, you can have all the money, but that doesn't necessarily get you the brains.
I mean, it made a number of trips. It was definitely, by pushing the boundaries, they've done things that no one else has done before.
Well, even that one passenger who survived one of the
survived.
previous
He said he was so lucky to get out of it. That's what he said.
What's
and
this?
You know, it's
Saber
very
Mark 42, 2 pounds. Suppose being crushed is better than suffocated. Well, You got to ask yourself, if you were going to die, do you want to know you're going to die, or do you
I'd
want to
rather,
just be over?
No,
yeah,
I'd rather
it
just
the
be
way
like
they
there
the
and
way
be
they had
gone.
it was better. No
Yeah, they
suffering
were
at all.
they
No,
were
no
there
even
and then they weren't.
yeah, not even an understanding of what was happening.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the folks who pay to go, you know, to Mount Everest.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And not necessarily realizing just how dangerous an endeavor it is, you know, that.
Yeah, and that's a
So
long, drug out process, you know,
I
because
think of
they gotta work their way up from base camp to base camp and
Can't they just
acclimate
fly
to
you up?
each altitude.
Can't they just fly you up or not?
Well, I
No,
remember that one expedition where several people died, and one of the people that that survived was a doctor with frostbite on several extremities and lost.
We got the
lost
rancher
both his
joins the stream. How are you, my friend rancher? How's it going?
Well,
What's
actually,
going on,
as the
Rancher?
doctor is pointing out, that this is actually one of the deadliest. This is the deadliest year for Everest.
Yes.
But you know what? The fact is, K2 is far more deadlier because it's a percentage, but like 1/2 or 1/4 of the people that try to summit K2 don't come back.
Yep.
Well, they see bodies along the way when they're on their way up.
Same with Everest. Yeah.
Yeah. Rainbow. It's called Rainbow Valley.
What are they going to do? I mean, nobody has enough energy to pick them up and drag them up or down.
Well, actually, the Sherpas did. Actually, they did that a couple of times. They rescued, but it's
Well, one Israeli guy picked up a Turkish guy who had died and brought him down. Very recently, actually.
No, see, I could imagine someone being there and being picked up by Marcelo, then halfway through begging to be left. Just
and I can see them like, let me out of the helicopter. I need to get me away from
Just
this
drop
guy.
me, let me here. Now I changed my mind.
Exactly.
Welcome to a episode.
Hello, get in. Get into the helicopter. We will save you. Be like, fuck no.
The helicopters only work at a certain. They don't. I don't think they can go with that height, can they?
I think they can. They
No.
have real trouble. They have real
No,
trouble
maybe-
getting that high.
maybe-
They're so
maybe-
thin at that height that the helicopter, it's
Base camp.
basically its payload goes down as you go up. So a helicopter might be able to go. I think helicopters can go 25,000 feet, but you can't load them up with a bunch of people and then fly away. It's like maxed out at 25,000 feet, just empty.
It's in Pakistan. K2's in Pakistan.
Now, see, that's the complete opposite of me because my payload usually goes up as you go down.
And
Let's
Mike,
just
that
have a-
impression sounded like a combination of marshmallow and sod.
And Yoda.
Here we go. Let's have a look at this here. This is what it looks like. Let's have a look here. So, what does it look? That's what K2 looks like. Fuck me dead. This the world's second tallest peak, straddles the Pakistan-China border in Karakoram.
Karakoram Highway. Yep.
It's the only one that's never been of the planet's 8,000 meter mountains. It's the only one that has never been summited in winter. Winter. How fucking
Because
Oh,
K2
fuck.
is way loads harder than Everest. Everest is almost like because it's been so well charted out. They've got
Sherpas.
Yes.
Did you know that the Sherpa people, the indigenous Sherpa people, genetically are able to handle
that oxygen.
the high altitudes, and so they go up and prep all the crevices and all the gaps, set the ladders up, and for the people, and they don't use oxygen. They just hike on up there and do it. they're able to just deal with it because for however million years they've been living in that area, they've become so accustomed to that atmosphere, and so they go up there and prep everything so that the touristy the explorers, if you want to call them that, can just hike on up and hike across that ladder that they set there and get to the top and make history and then crawl back down.
We got some super chats. Let me read some super chats here. We got Saber Mark 42, £2. If only the sub was made of turmeric.
Yeah, huh?
I think that might have been directed at Mike.
You know. If you know, you know. And then we've got
I think that was Mike. You shouldn't tolerate that. Why don't you go ahead
GB,
and get rid of that
$2.
for a
I'm
minute?
still waiting for that cribs tour, Mike. Mike said he's not doing a cribs tour. He said
no cribs tour.
Uggs are lined with Sherpa. God damn.
Have you done much mountaineering? You sound like you like to mountaineering or ocean diving. What's more dangerous? They're
Who,
both
me?
dangerous.
Who,
Yes.
me? You realize I'm thousands of miles from either, right?
Yes. That's
Okay.
why.
Oh, and he doesn't go on planes.
Hold on.
Who?
No,
Who's
Smoky
that?
Mountains are near Oklahoma, right? They're North Carolina.
North Carolina is like on one edge of the continent. We're in the middle of the continent.
You could drive there in like a few days.
Well, I could, yes.
Where to Everest?
Smoky Mountains.
No, driving to Everest would take a little bit longer.
Yeah, just a skosh.
And part of the
Second-
part of the drive would be very wet.
We got an explorer here. Second after Everest, of course, although I hear the Kate Junga is possibly the most treacherous, challenging, and dangerous to climb if you can even make the ascent to its summit without dying horribly.
I think there's seven like summits that are like known as
We're-
like
we're
the
seven
big
specific.
seven that like high altitude climbers like to
Climb?
get under their belt.
Let's call them the Deadly Seven.
Yeah, the Deadly Seven.
At what
something like
age
that.
should you not go, Doc? What age? What age do you say I'm too fucking old to go up there? 50?
Oh, really?
What do you think?
Well, no,
Doc?
see, it's hard to tell. Well, okay. Actually, I'm gonna-
Physiologically, you're advantaged if you go when you're in your 20s. That's
Yes.
sort of like when you're at your peak performance and athletic ability.
Yeah.
But it's so dangerous. It's just like the whole submersible submariner sort of thing. That if anything goes wrong, you just snuffed your life out at an early age.
Yeah, but wouldn't some people, despite their age, have certain physiological advantages to going up there, especially without oxygen? Like if your brain didn't need as much oxygen?
I think I know where you're going.
Well, I mean, a lot of those Sherpas that have been doing it for 30, 40 years for these explorers, continue to do so. But for a normal,
Do you remember when you were a Sherpa, Mike, or no?
what's that?
Do you remember when
Sherpa
you
Mike.
were? Yes,
Well,
when you were a Sherpa.
Actually,
Yeah,
Sherpa-
yeah. When I was a Sherpa,
Did Wizard invent?
We got a photo. We got a photo just coming up now. Just sent. There we go. That's Mike as the Sherpa.
Yeah,
Mike,
Wow.
Mike the Sherpa.
Actually, Sherpa is Nepalese for Pantera burner.
yeah, exactly.
Ah.
Yeah.
And that's a big pile of rocks on my back that I'm carrying. That's how
My
studly
God.
I was.
It's I got to tell you, it's
See, he
dangerous.
takes-
Danger. You know, I would have thought going in a second-rate airline was dangerous enough without putting your life into real harm's way. It's I got to tell you, have you done terribly much? Remember we had one stage. Archie was going to go to Mount Everest base camp. Remember we had what's his name? Timepiece. What was his name?
Well, it's different when someone's going to send you there.
Timepiece Fund?
Yeah,
Timepiece
remember
Fund.
that? we were looking at going to base. Weren't we looking at going to base camp at one stage?
Even that base camp is like.
I remember when he had lunch with Wayne Gretzky for the gold Breitling.
People
Yes.
get altitude sickness even at the base.
What
camp.
happened to him? What happened to him? Where's he gone?
Last time I
He
saw
was
him on your
in-
show was when he got drunk by the pool and he almost fell in that time.
No, but he was
Yeah.
on one of the chats a couple of days ago.
Is he okay?
Really?
Cool. So he's still around.
I think he's all right. Yeah.
Good.
I was supposed to see him in New York, but he never made contact with me. Oh, here we go. Bill Hem says normal helicopters are limited to 10,000 feet altitude. Military jet turbine choppers can fly 25,000, but can't hover or take payloads at high altitude.
It's exactly what I said. It's exactly what I just got done saying.
I know when they did the rescue, they were fortunate. The rescue at Everest, they were fortunate to get a helicopter up there to emergency ferry some of the folks who almost died. So it's not guaranteed you're going to get a copter up there.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. And the weather.
And that's not
changes,
even
so-
at the highest level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
and the
It
weather
couldn't have been.
changes,
It
too.
couldn't have been. I mean, they're not like they're picking people off the top of Mount Everest.
I just remember the doctor was left for dead, and he somehow managed to stumble his way down to one of the base camps.
That's amazing.
Wow.
He was supposed to die, really.
That's what you call like fighting for your life, man.
Someone above wanted him to do other things and to stick
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, what can you do? What can you get a copter to base camp? I mean, I want to do it easy. I don't want to do it hard.
Yeah,
What-
I believe base camp is
You might get it
attainable by a
lowest
chopper.
level, but you still have a lot of work in front of you. after
No.
that.
No,
It's
no,
just-
no, 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 no. You shouldn't go there under any circumstances.
Yeah,
wouldn't
I can't even.
recommend
I
it.
can't even walk across my backyard without falling over and body.
I
slamming
thought
and dying.
I thought Colorado was bad. You know that?
Because the Sherpas will take a look at your horns and start strapping supplies to your back.
I guess we're just kind of kidding around, but there's some more obvious reasons I wouldn't recommend it.
But you know,
Physiologically.
danger is fun. You know, like I wouldn't hesitate to go skydiving, and if I ever got the chance to do any aerobatic,
Have you done skydiving? Have you done
No,
skydiving?
no.
Have you
but-
parachuted out of a plane? No.
No. But I did have an engine out in my airplane and had to do a mayday and emergency land it.
It's
Tommy
a single
had
engine
this-
plane?
What?
Single engine
My-
plane.
in that blue airplane I showed you earlier.
Tommy had a theory that Mike the Snake was really DB Cooper.
Okay. Super.
Here we go. Loose tooth, $2. Mike needs a Sherpa to go outside.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm good enough. I'm good enough to, negotiate the house and, most of the time the front yard and the backyard. But like recently this year, I tripped and stumbled over a couple of logs in my backyard that I was drying for my artwork and just fucking fell really hard. And then about a month ago, I fell again in my front yard, just tripped over some loose rocks. And I don't have the balance anymore that I used to because my ankles are really weak because of my diabetes and stuff. And man, I fucking fell hard. I'm still my left arm is still sprained a little bit, and it's fun. Yeah, I am not the man I used to be. That's for sure.
Is that the one your neighbors had to come pick you up?
Yeah, I mean, I could have laid there for another 5-10 minutes and collected myself and then gotten up, but I was kind of hurting a lot, and the guy was there, and so I just hollered over to him and asked him to help get me up, and so he helped stand me up, and then I was able
Here
to
we
kind
go
of
there.
like,
Here we go. We got a super chat here. It's
help! I've fallen and I can't get up. Exactly, that's perfect.
You got to get the life alert, Mike. Life alert.
I was about to
I've fallen
say,
and I can't get up.
have you gotten the life alert yet? Because I think you said you were going to get one.
Yeah. We're getting one for my mom pretty soon, I think. So maybe we'll order 2.
You might be able to get a 2-for-1 sale or something.
Yeah, buy one and a half off or something.
Loose tooth, $2. Mike needs a Sherpa to go outside. We did that one. That's great. Thank you so much for the super chat. Tell me this, as we're getting older, Doc, like I'm in my early 50s. Mike is in mid to late. Ranch is in your late 50s. Saber, Mark 42, 2 pounds. Closest thing to a peak Mike the Snakes get is hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia. Let me just say this.
Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is?
Yes, that's from the diabetes, the sugar rush, isn't it?
Yeah, hypo is
low blood sugar.
That's low blood sugar.
it's low-
Hyper is high.
It's the opposite of the rush. Yeah.
So tell me this, Doc, what can we do as we're getting older? What scary things can we do? Submersibles? Can we go down to the Titanic? Can we climb mountain? What would you be doing? What would you be recommending? Or just stay home and watch it on TV?
I think you're probably safest to just take your Rolex and dunk it in the bathtub.
No.
Probably as close to a Submariner as you want to get.
You can take your Rolex and wear it downtown New York City.
One of the things on my bucket list is to get a ride in a true aerobatic airplane, like a little pit special or something, and let me do the aerobatics.
What does that mean, Obama? What's that?
What?
The Vomitron. That's a carnival amusement ride. The Vomitron. Clive, you been on the Vomitron?
No. The Vomit Comet. The plane that it reproduces the experience of weightlessness.
Oh, that's a 747 where they go up and then they like kind of crest, and as they're coming to the crest, everybody inside becomes weightless, and then they kind of continue the dive over the top, and for about 30 seconds they can maintain weightlessness inside the.
And they say, "Look what I can do."
Yeah.
How does that work if it's pressurized? I don't understand how that works if it's pressurized.
Pressure has nothing to do with it. The pressure is maintained to maintain the people inside, which is about, I think, 2/3 the pressure of down at sea level. They're not at the same pressure, but it doesn't matter. They're fine. But when the plane comes over the top, they become weightless inside, and they float around and bounce around and go wee, and then
how many thousand feet? How many thousand feet?
It doesn't matter, enough so
it's
that
like
when
when
the
you're
plane
on a
pulls out of
roller
the dive,
coaster.
it doesn't hit the ground.
It's
the free fall section,
Google,
like you're on a roller coaster.
Just Google Vomit Comet.
So if you're weightless, then Narc can't say, "Who's to make your back?"
Well, actually, Archie, you should go up there with a bunch of snacks, because if you eat the snacks while you're weightless, theoretically, you shouldn't be able to put on weight.
Yeah, take a Ben and Jerry's ice cream tub and just demolish it.
I wouldn't mind a bit of Ben and Jerry's. I must say that,
Haagen-Dazs Belgian chocolate. That is the shizzle.
Yeah, I like Haagen-Dazs's salted caramel. That is amazing stuff.
Oh,
Or the pralines and cream, maybe.
Ben and Jerry's salted caramel is off the hook too.
Clivis, how you been, man? What's going on in your world? Anything exciting?
Well, I don't know if I really want to talk about it on the air, but
only if you want to share anything with the cars. Anything exciting with the cars?
No, actually, I just got my new top for the MR2, for the new MR2 with the 2ZZ, and actually, one of the things they said is, please wait for 2 weeks. The manufacturer suggests you wait 2 weeks before you open it. You put the top down.
Yeah, because you gotta let it stretch out, and I think, don't they recommend you take it out and leave it in the sun too?
Yep, exactly right.
Yep.
And the 2 weeks is up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
They recommend that you take the car and you leave the top up and put it out in the sun.
No, is it better to tell me this, Mikey? What about if he leaves it for 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks? Does that make it better?
Doesn't matter. It's just when you get a new convertible top, the fabric is extra tight. They have to really stretch everything to get it on and get it snapped shut, and it's overly tight. So if you undo it, you probably won't get it snapped back up. So you got to take it outside and let the sun beat down on it and let it soften up and stretch out, and then it will become kind of seasoned, and then it will be usable. Like easily usable
before you can use it.
Beat down.
Also, don't forget to be very careful. Be careful, rancher, opening or putting it down in really cold weather. They can cause damage.
Plastic can crack.
I don't think I'd want to drop it in really cold weather, but yeah.
I learned that the hard way. I had a MX-5 and I put the top down when it was fucking really cold. I didn't realize that the plastic could crack.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It can crack in the heat too.
That's true.
Okay.
We're talking Oklahoma heat.
Yeah, sure. I think if it's old and the fibers in the material, break, it can rip or crack, I guess. But I mean,
is your MR2 a garaged vehicle or is it outside?
It is outside.
He's got a carport. You got a carport, haven't you?
Yes.
So is that as bad as just leaving it outside, or does it make any difference?
No, the sun stays off of it all day long.
Not really all day.
Well, how about with the dew and shit like that? Would it have the same?
It doesn't get Mike's Pantera hot.
Yeah.
Right, guys, I'm gonna hit the sack.
Mike, it's chickens. You all stretch me out, baby. All stretch me out. Oh.
On that note, I'm gonna sign off, and it's
Hey,
always a pleasure
ABC. Thanks
speaking
for
to you, gentlemen.
Thank you for coming on, man. It was great to chat to you there. It's always a pleasure to have you on.
And especially given the hour of the evening or the morning that it is there. It's good to have you on the show.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Thank you,
Speak to you
ABC.
later.
Get some sleep. Thank you so much, man.
Cheers. Good night.
Take it easy, man.
Bye.
Rancher, how have you been going with the watch front? Have you?
I really haven't done anything with the watch front lately.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing.
No.
I bought a watch, but I can't say what it is yet. It hasn't arrived.
Well, guys, I'm gonna start getting ready for bed. I still have work tomorrow.
What time is it in Oklahoma there, Clive?
It is 8 p.m.
Oklahoma, where the wind.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for.
Yeah, I guess so.
8
It's
p.m.
6 o'clock here, so you're 2 hours difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Clivis, thank you so much for coming on, man. It was a pleasure to talk to you. And hey, enjoy your cars, because you got to find something that makes you happy there.
But not too happy.
How's the other stuff going? And you know what I'm asking about? Clivers.
No, I don't know yet.
No. You know the thing, and you shake it.
Oh, the Kachava?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's going just great. Still losing weight on it.
Excellent. I don't know how much of this is public knowledge, so I just, I was going to speak in code because
that's all right. No one's watching the shit anyway, so that's fine.
Isn't Kachava like a tonic kind of herb or something that people take to like a health tonic?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Clive is a fraction of his. You're doing really well.
Yeah,
good on you, Clive. Clive, good on you, man.
I can also tell difference. I can tell difference with you, not just with weight loss, also your color.
Yeah, I mean, the side effect is you become a little green, but that's okay.
No. With Archie, I mean.
Oh, that's another matter.
Yeah, there's times where he's appeared and he looked kind of pale and washed out, and he didn't look good.
No, thank you
All right.
so much.
Stay
Thank you,
well.
Clive. Clive, stay well, man. Love you.
Take it easy, Rancher.
Well, everyone's telling me about Ozempic, but it's just like, yeah, like I won't rule it out, but just I'm not doing it yet. I'll put it that way. Anyway, be well.
Okay. you so much for coming on today. Thank you, sir.
Stay on course, my friend.
Thanks.
Stay on
Stay
course.
on course. What a great! It's nice. It's nice to have him on. What did you think? I wish we would have had Mark coming on now. We can give him some, chat to him more about stuff. But that's okay. That's how it goes.
Well, if Mark had been on with the rancher, they definitely would have had a little bit of banter going back.
Banter. Exactly right. Clay, I'm sorry, Doc. How is your collecting going? What's happening in your collecting world? Are you expanding? Tell us what's happening. Tell me what's happening.
Well, I made a purchase. It's
Yes, sir.
rather predictable.
Vintage.
I can say it is vintage, and I can say I don't want to say more until I have it in hand. I'm a little bit of a, I'm the conspiracy guy, but I also am superstitious in that way. So rather than saying what it is, eventually I'll come on with my my Las Vegas outfit. I'll come on and then I'll do a wrist shot, put it up and all that. Unboxing, if you will.
Got you.
So as always, though, when you get a new one, you feel like it's fabulous. You feel like, okay, this is going to be it. This is it. I don't need any more. I'm done. But you're never done. You're never done. You're never done.
You are never done. Never, ever, ever done. You can't stop the hobby. Tell me this, Doc. You were saying to me you're looking at going to Japan for a bit. When are you going to Japan, Doc?
No, because I did the Japan, and I'm actually thinking now. I was about to go to actually Thailand before the COVID thing hit.
Yeah,
I ran into someone who was from Thailand who suggested I go in February.
Yes. Yes.
So I skipped out on 2019. Planning on going 2020, and that was not good. So and I don't travel by myself. I like to travel with a buddy of mine who's been there many times. He knows his way around.
What about you were very keen on Japan, but you completely fallen off now? What's happened?
Honestly, when I went to Japan, I had somebody
When did you go?
that I kind of dated a little bit. So that was a little bit of an incentive, and I like Japan. Don't get me wrong. I like Japan, but I don't think I think I have to expand a little bit from Japan, and I don't think I want to spend as much time as it would take to enjoy all of it all at once. Although that would be the smart thing to do, is go for a few months and just do it all. But I know that I can't realistically do that. So I was just going to go through the Philippines and then hit Thailand. That was my plan.
Wow. When are you looking at going?
I got to talk to my cousin about that. We were talking about either doing it at the end of this year or the very beginning of next year.
Because you know something, Doc? I got to tell you this.
We don't get any younger. We don't get any younger. Yes, we don't get any younger.
Time waits for no man, don't you think?
Well, this is true. But like I said, with Japan, the interesting thing is that this is just my opinion. If I was going to Japan, it would be for more than just sightseeing, if you know what I mean.
Sure, I understand.
And so that means that in the case of Japan, you really need
There's some amazing vintage watches there. I mean, probably not cheap enough to buy, not easy to buy.
Well,
but
and I appreciate your preventing me from buying one from Japan when I was looking at it. I got a much better watch just waiting it out in the States. But you're right. They have some nice stuff out there. They got a lot of Omega stuff out there. They love their Omegas.
Yeah. So did you, what do you see? You're, how old are you? Is that rude to ask you now, Doc, how old you are, or?
It's not rude because I'm going to lie. So, but I mean, I'm in my late 40s,
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But I need to get on with it. I need to get on with it.
Well, you don't have unlimited time, do you?
Don't have unlimited time. I've spoken to a few different people who've pointed out that, retiring early, if you can, is much smarter than having that mindset that you have to keep working to 65. And that's very true.
Why is that, Doc? Doc, that's an interesting thing you're saying there about retire. I'm actually being kind of.
It's about being a man. Men think this way, especially because men are judged based on their professions, right? You go to a dinner party or something, right? If you're a guy, what are they going to ask you first? They're going to ask you, so what do you do?
Yes.
And if you say, oh, I'm retired, but you look like you're in your 30s, it just comes off kind of weird, right?
You know how many dinner parties I've gone to in my life, Doc?
Well, I mean, I was using that as an example. I've gone to, well, I might have gone to maybe a dozen in my life because I'm not a dinner party guy. But I'm just, in general, when you meet new people, they want to know, you know, what do you do for a living? If you're dating, they want to know, what do you do for a living? So there's a tendency for men, especially, to judge themselves based on their profession, and then they focus on that.
Yeah, so I just say, I'm a YouTuber. I make YouTube videos. And then the next comment people usually say to me is, can you make a living out of that? That's what they say.
Well, I've seen you in action in Vegas, so no comment on that. I don't think you have any problems.
But I gotta tell you,
people gravitate to the pontiff. It's just like, what's going on? Is this all staged?
Yes, but what do you wonder? How much longer do you want to keep working for, Doc?
Oh, I've already cut back a lot. I mean, you know, I only actually do a few weeks at Costco. I mean, a few days per week at Costco. It makes it sound like I work a lot, but I don't. And I'm essentially the equivalent of part-time, but I'm looking at even less than that.
Yeah.
So it's difficult having a mindset of retiring, especially, you know, if you're under 65 and you have to convince yourself that it's okay. It's okay to let go. It's okay to retire. You know
what I don't understand is at what age remember there used to be talk about people should be retiring at 55.
Yep. Well, always the classic is 65, and then, you know, a lot of people, especially in this economy, but a lot of people retire at 65 and then they have to go back to work.
Many years ago, wasn't 55 the official retirement age?
Yeah, it was.
I don't remember that, but I do know that,
well,
you know,
in Japan it used to be the official retirement age in Japan used to be 55.
Yeah, it was 55,
maybe
and then they raised it to 65 at some point.
Probably different in different countries for sure, but in the U.S. I'm most familiar with 65, but maybe you know, maybe in the 60s and the 50s, maybe it was something else.
It's now in Japan. It's now 60. Although the retirement age is 60, many continue to work. They don't have enough money. Tell me this: what is the difference between full-time work and part, like when you say semi-retired? Like that's like,
well,
like this shit I do on YouTube am I semi-retired or am I full-time? What am I?
Well, be honest, you're
semi.
Yeah, you're approaching 40 hours a week. You're approaching full-time on YouTube, right? I mean, you're very close though, right? You're probably like 36 or 38 hours a week, maybe. I don't know. You would know. You know the numbers, and there's a lot of work. Well, not a lot of work. A little bit of work you're doing.
A little bit of work
behind the scenes, before and after you actually go live. So it's probably close to 40 hours a week, honestly.
Yes.
So, you know, you're close to full time, really. But let's say that before the rancher talked you into this madness, you were actually more like part time before he talked you into doing it every day, and you know that, right? Wasn't so long ago.
Whoops, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you did that.
I did that. Sorry.
That's okay. It's good you're learning, Mike. You're learning. So I mean,
okay. So
tell me,
He was about to zap somebody,
Yes.
but he
Well, I
accidentally put
did
him on the
zap
screen
somebody,
first.
and now I want to unzap them. So if I time somebody out,
Oh, that's
how do I
timeout's
undo
fine.
that?
That's okay. Don't worry about
Once you time
timing
him out, you just have to let the clock run out.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
so
not forever. It's not
only if
forever.
you. It's only if
okay.
they were banned.
So I didn't want to. I didn't. Definitely didn't ban them.
No,
But
that's
they
okay.
said something about any comments personal about my mom or
Oh,
where I get
yes.
my money. When they start getting personal like that, that's
Yeah,
the
just
kind of shit
unacceptable.
I'm gonna
Now,
start using
I
my
gotta,
rent.
I gotta ask you something, Doc and Mike. Like, in trades, if you're a carpenter or a bricklayer, you can't keep doing that until you're 70, can you?
Pretty well. Some people are tough as
Some
nails,
people
man.
try, but you know what? They pay the price in terms of their bodies.
Yeah.
Plumbers the same thing. They pay the price, baby.
Oh, you think plumbing is bad on your body?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
any of those physical labor type jobs.
The
Carpenter.
plumbers, unless you have an especially cushy job, the plumbers
Mm-hmm.
have to do a lot of crawling, a lot of crawl
Yep.
space work.
Yep.
They're on their back and they're in the dirt. It's physical. It's physically damaging to plumbers. Plumbers
Okay.
come in. They're among the most often needing to have their little adjustments done.
What trade is the least harmful?
Well, I would think electricians do well physically in terms of
Okay.
what we think of as the tradesmen, and I've seen even some electricians who, depending upon the spaces that they're working in, they get damaged.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at Powie. Powie says, I'm drinking white wine, eating salami and olives. Fuck!
Nice.
Man, that is living, okay? That
That's living
is
life.
fucking living. Isn't that living or not? That's living.
I bet you see your fair share of roofers, huh?
Roofing is one of the tough ones. Man, those roofers, especially if they fall off the roof, that's
what I meant.
amazingly common.
It's
amazingly
tough,
common.
If they fall, then
Jeez.
and they survive, they're straight to your office.
But the trades are those are the folks that are going to survive with the
pension
slowing down of the
Look at
economy
this.
and everything.
Real World Curly says, fuck me dead, Arch. You make a full-time executive income on a retiree's work ethic. Thank you. Thank you, Real World Curly. Thank you, Real
It
World.
takes special talent, and you set it up. You set it up early. You started doing it at an early enough age that everything fell into place.
Yeah.
Well,
you became an international famous YouTuber just in time.
Yes, you did.
It has its moments. It can things can end, and things go on,
and that's also the reason why men don't want to retire. It's because of the uncertainty, and you never know what's going to happen. You never know whether you're physically capable of continuing to work. So, I'll do one more year, and that sort of mentality,
Yeah. I got it. What state? Like I just had a bit of one of my old bosses, and I was on this pipeline. It was probably one of the best jobs I had career-wise, and I had a boss called Wayne. He passed away last Saturday after a long battle with pancreatic cancer. Fuck, I didn't even. And
You
I
didn't
think
know
to
that was a
myself,
thing, but yeah.
Yeah, it's really quite sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like fuck.
That's why you got to wear the watches. You got to wear the watches. Don't stick them in a vault somewhere. You got to wear the watches.
Yeah, it's just very, very sad. You look at this, you think, fuck. It is really upsetting. It's really upsetting. It's
Well, I'm all I can. I mean, I was talking about some of the downsides for the vax beforehand. But now that things have done, people have taken the path that they've taken. The best thing I can say is that, go to the doctor regularly and have things checked out. If you did come down with, let's say, a pancreatic cancer, they now have treatments for that they didn't have 20 years ago. Isn't that what Steve Jobs died of?
Yeah, and I think also Patrick Swayze, didn't he have pancreatic cancer?
Or liver?
Yeah, it's kind of a death sentence. Well, my mom
But I
just
mean,
got diagnosed with liver cancer and just basically survived it. But pancreatic cancer is just kind of like,
well,
okay,
pancreatic
how much-
used to be like, forget about it. But then, if that's what Steve Jobs had, there's different types, and he actually had the kind of cancer that could have been treated
But
successfully.
he chose to go some holistic route. He refused
like Mexico
the
or
normal. He refused the normal, Western medicine treatment and chose to go for like Eastern or I don't know, some other
And
kind
the
of treatment.
reason is because he didn't have an understanding that he had the kind that could be treated. And
Maybe
that's
so.
That's an example, like we were talking about the submersible submarine and all. I think it's an example of sometimes having more money than brains, because if I had that much money, I would be getting 3 or 4 opinions.
I'm sure he had
5
15 different people telling him like,
No,
you
he didn't. He didn't. That's the reason he assumed it was the. I mean, he probably had a general idea of what was wrong with him, but then he didn't go far enough to find out, well, what's the opinions about treating it, to find out that he had the kind that could be successfully treated. He eventually found out, but then it had spread by then. But I mean, if early stages, he had just done it straight out of the box, he might actually even still be alive, and certainly he would have lived longer than he did. So, so the best thing you can do is just make sure to stay on top of your health. Go to the doctors, have your checkups.
And speaking of good health, we've got Donnie Haynes. Don, how are you, my friend?
Really?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Hey, it's
How's it going,
fantastic.
man?
I got all my shitter, my PRX and mint green.
Wow, look at that. Full screen for Donnie.
I heard a rumor though you were getting another watch.
I'm getting several watches. Well,
Cool.
I bought a watch and I got it, and then I'm getting a watch I'm getting tomorrow. So the one that I got is I wanted my old IWC pilot watch back. So I got the 3778 in 43 millimeters. And it was fantastic, and I got it for a good deal. And I love that watch. I wish I should go get it and show you guys.
You missed Rancher by just a little bit too.
Well, fantastic. I don't have to deal with Rancher now.
He would have been talking about Hondanes.
Yes, Hondanes, and then I should only buy Rolex, and that's the only company. Even though I'm on 3 lists at 3 dealers for 4 or 5 watches, and it's impossible to get them. And I'm pulling strings, and it's been hard. I just bought also a gold Brege Marine, just a time only.
Beautiful watch, beautiful. Brege Marine is such a beautiful watch.
Pull it up, Arch. I want to see it.
I think that's the one I saw pictures of.
Yeah,
pull it up, Arch.
Pull them up and show the world.
Yep. Okay, getting it up now. Just sending. There we go. Let's have a look here.
Brigade makes the 50 fathoms too, right?
No,
that's blank pain. That's blank pain.
Okay, I got the 2 mixed up. Okay, yeah.
Brege is famous. Brege is famous for the Type 20.
Yeah. I'm very curious to see this.
I love the box on that watch. You sent me the box. The box is fucking. Sorry, I know it's only a fucking box, but it's so fucking cool, isn't it? It's just so cool. And
the reason why I haven't gotten it yet is I don't know if you guys know I'm a large-wristed man. So for them to
8
get
inches,
strapped
if I
took a couple
recall.
extra days.
Is it 8 inches? 8-inch
8
wrist or
inches,
something like that?
Yeah, it's between 190 and 195 centimeters, depending on how much it swells, and it's just under 8. I mean, so I can't walk into a Patek Philippe boutique and be like, "Hi, I'm Don. I'm here to look at watches."
Here we go. Look at this here. This is the Brege Marine.
Yep.
What made you choose this one? Can I ask you? What's the?
When I
what's
saw it, did you ever put on a wrist and it was like, holy fucking shit! What the fuck is this? That's what happened. It it was like I got struck by lightning.
Wow.
When I put that on my wrist, I was just like, what is that?
Pretty cool.
The guilloche dial, I mean, that is a solid gold disc that they guilloche. It actually has lume in it. They put lume in between the Roman numerals. It's so fucking cool.
Wow.
And the coin edge case is sick. They actually cold roll a bar stock of gold, and then they weld it by hand together and polish it out perfectly where the lugs are, so you can't see where it intersects, to make a perfect connection. And that's how they put those coin edges. And everything is made by hand. The case, the dial, the freaking movement, every little part is finished better than a Patek. And instead of normal Côte de Genève, it has like a boat like Côte de Genève that looks like the top of like a luxury yacht in like teak, how they do those same kind of lines. Can you
I'll just
zoom in,
go through
Archie?
some of the pictures. Yeah, there we go.
There's the box. But they did that same motif, that same design on the movements. So the back plate has that same type of boat design. If you zoom in, yep, you see that? It's insane. And they got the wheel from a boat as the winding rotor. That's also all gold. It's DLC coated.
Now, so on the front, what you're calling guilloche has a picture of like a boat.
Yeah.
Is that considered guilloche, or is that
yes,
just considered?
That's the hand engine turned. That's the expensive way to do it.
I see.
The waves are done by
Hey, that's not guilloche. That's not guilloche, but is it? That's not guilloche, is it?
No, it's made on a rose machine, just like
that's not guilloche. That's not guilloche, Mike.
No, they do it on a rose machine for real.
That's what I was asking. I didn't. It doesn't.
No, that's the pattern they invented for this watch.
Okay.
What does it say?
Very cool.
It says Swiss. What does it say? Swiss What's that say there?
That's guilloche. That's guilloche. I will agree. I will agree. That was done on a rose lathe.
Yeah.
It's just done in an irregular fashion that's very different than anything else.
And the cool part, you see how that date window has that pattern?
Yeah.
What happens is the inner numbers, like say it's like the 22nd. The inner 2 on the left is going to be a smaller 2 than the outer 2, so it fills that whole thing out perfectly. So they made two different size fonts, so it goes in that little triangle thing, and it looks perfect when you go up the date. I've never seen a watch with more freaking detail, and at the price. I mean, this is made as well as like a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 freaking Allonghe or it's better than a Patek Philippe. I looked at the current Patek Philippe 39 millimeter. That was the other watch I was considering. You can't get them, and it was like just freehand. It was manually wound, and it was tiny. It was 39 millimeter. It looked like I was putting a quarter on my wrist, and I'm like, this thing is too small, too expensive, and too much of a pain to get. It had a shitty strap, and it had a shit pin buckle. This has a properly engineered deploying clasp with double triggers. It's insane.
Got you.
Right on, man.
So, tell me this, Donnie. How many watches does this? What's the collection now? Fill us in on the collection.
I have the IWC pilots.
That's the steel pilot.
Yep.
Steel. Okay. IWC pilot.
The big pilot or regular pilot?
No, it's the 3778 43 millimeter in-house movement, column wheel chronograph, vertical clutch. It's got an 8-year warranty. Now IWC is an 8-year warranty. It's the longest warranty in the business. The thing is like within a second a day accurate, because it's made in the German section of Switzerland, and they're more dramatic when they dial in everything. It's crazy. So that's why I have the IWC. I have an Omega Seamaster Diver 300 white dial, the new one.
Yeah.
I have just a shitty Grand Seiko quartz that I've had for years. And I have a little 36 millimeter, like two-tone oyster perpetual.
Oh yes, that's the first one.
That's
First,
the first.
don't ever.
I still got my first watch. I can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
I'll never sell
Your
that.
dad bought that for you, didn't he? Your dad bought that
Yeah,
for you when
it
you
was
graduated.
It was a shit story too, because I got the watch and I was like, Dad, make sure you get it. Like, Dad, make sure no matter what, I can't. This does not fit me. Get a link. And he didn't get a link, and he gave it to me for Christmas the next year, and I couldn't wear it for another fucking year until he went back to Bermuda. So I've got a brand new Rolex, and he wouldn't let me go get a link anywhere else because they put in the contract that they would give it to him. So he went back to a year later to the freaking same jeweler, and they gave him so much shit. My dad was ready, almost picked up the guy by his fucking throat and killed him. And they finally gave us the link because my dad was screaming and yelling. And then they found the receipt, and it was written on the receipt, link included. And the cocksuckers didn't give it to him. And I told Dad, get a fucking link, and he never did. And it sucks because I like that watch, but I wanted a watch with a date. And they said, yeah, you don't need a fucking date. It's too expensive. It's like an extra $1,000. It was it was the worst experience of my life buying a Rolex. It was something that was supposed to be fun and good, was turned into a fucking nightmare. And that turned me off
that
watching
sucks.
for years.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, my parents were fucked up, like, in a lot of ways. So that's one of the reasons why I went out and bought one of these, because this is a watch I fucking want, Dad, and it's got a date.
There you go. You're getting him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it still has a
Holy
100-meter water resistance screw-down crown. I mean, this thing, it like takes like a regular like AP Royal Oak with like steel and pieces on it, takes his shit on it and throws it out. The attention to detail was so exquisite. You're not going to get a better watch for the money. And I got a discount. I didn't have to pay retail. And I walked in, I said, I want that one. And they're like, you want that one? Yeah, okay, no problem. And then we started haggling on price, and I had to go between two different dealers, and I eventually got it to where I wanted it.
I really love Brege.
What did they try to offer you?
Well, they were originally going to offer me like 10% off. The other dealer was at 16, and I said, I'm not doing it unless you give me 20. And they did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm like, do you want to make a sale or not? You know?
What did they say?
Okay. I'll ask the owner. Oh, okay, he'll do it. And I want a free strap. Okay.
Nice.
$500 on these damn things. So I got the free strap. I got 20 off.
I want to ask you this, Donnie. You've had a bit of a history on watches there. I love you. I got to tell you this truth. I had the burglary. You know what? One thing I find with you is people laugh at you and say, oh, you sold the GMT. You did this. But you know what? At least you've fucking done things. You've experienced things. You've done things. And I'm at a stage now where I'm actually looking at getting rid of a few watches. I got some watches in. Okay. I had some insurance. I got a couple watches.
Yeah.
I actually want less now. Does that make sense to you? Like I honestly, you know what? If the biggest mistake in Donnie's life was that he sold his black GMT to Clivers, geez, life ain't been so bad to you, has it? Hey,
life's been pretty good to me.
You know. So
didn't Clive sell his? Didn't Clive sell it after that
for a $500 profit, like an idiot? And then, like
okay.
A month later, they discontinued to watch, and it went up like $3,000 or $4,000, $5,000.
It is what
like
it is. It is what it is. But you know what? You've now got it's like me, right? I've now got a few watches. I don't want to just collect them for the sake of having fucking a collection. I want to have watches I wear. I was actually
and love.
I was going to buy. I really had my heart set on a Tudor Big Dave $5 super sticker. Thank you, Big Dave.
Big Dave.
I got to tell you this. I actually had my heart set on getting another Tudor Black Bay again, and I thought, you know what? Just wear the fucking bluesy. I bought the bluesy to wear. Wear the bluesy. Why would you wear the tuner?
Yep.
You know what I mean? I bought it to wear the fucking thing. And my Reverso, wear the fucking thing. I might
that's
be
a
getting...
good question, though. This Brege here, is this something that is more of a dress watch and it's a little delicate?
No.
No, I I think this is a dual. Look, and Don's very careful with your stuff. You're careful with your stuff, Donnie, aren't you?
I am. But it still has a 100-meter water resistance. It still has a screw-down crown. Can you show the side of it, Archie, and see the coin edge so people can see how thick it is?
Yeah,
It's 11.9 millimeters thick. It's not a delicate watch.
I don't know if I had
what's the size? 44? 42? 40?
0.
You can see the coin edge on the side there. I'll just see if I got a better.
Another one with the profile. That's it.
There it is. There it
you
is.
See, it's a prominent watch on the wrist. It's not delicate at all.
Now,
is it
Donnie,
sandwich style?
Donnie, are you done?
Case?
Are you done?
Am I what?
Are you done? Are you done? This is like.
Is this it?
No, I need to get about 2 or 3 more Rolexes. So this is what I want. I want the Sea Dweller from 2014 to 2016, the Sea Dweller 4000.
Sea Dweller 4000.
Always wanted that watch. 40 millimeters, thinner lugs than the Submariner of the time.
Perfect.
It's a killer piece. I also want, I always wanted a 2-tone Submariner, so I'm on the list for one of those. I also want an Explorer.
It's a bluesy or a black dial?
Bluesy.
Bluesy,
I want the bluesy because I need a better dive watch. I also want possibly an Explorer 1, but I'm on the fence because I don't need it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking also on the true fuck off piece that I'll be done with is going to be a President in platinum with the blue dial. The new, because when they came out with the fluted bezel, I said I got to have that.
Oh man, yeah.
Are you upgrading your car by any chance, Donnie? What's happened with your cars?
Yeah, so I'm selling my mom's Lexus GX, and I'm going to sell my Subaru. They're coming out with a new GX in 2024. I'm going to trade in both of those for that one SUV. So it's going to be a wash. It's not going to cost me any money.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, that's actually quite a nice looking. That's their mid-sized one, isn't it?
Yeah. So look up.
No, that's the big one. The GX is the monster.
Yeah,
that's a monster.
The big one is the LX. So I want you to look up 2024 Lexus GX and put up a picture.
2024
SUV?
Lexus GX. Oh, okay. It's them sort of. It's still in my country. It'd still say that's big, but
in the US, it's a mid-size SUV.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So this is it here. Fuck, that's beautiful.
Yep.
And it's gonna. Okay. And what about the Mercedes? What are you doing with the 300 Mercedes?
I sold it to a mechanic in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
You get much for it?
$5,000.
It didn't. It wasn't sentimental. It wasn't sentimental. It wasn't sentimental.
And no. It needs about $1,500 to $2,000 worth of work. It needs tires. It needs air conditioning done. And he's going to punt it for about $8,000, $8,500. He's going to make about $1,500. Do the work himself so that he doesn't have to spend any money on labor. And it's probably going to cost him about $700, $600 fix the AC, and another $800 or $900 on tires. And then he's going to probably make about $2,000 when he flips it, maybe $1,500.
Have you got dogs, Mike?
No, I don't have dogs.
I can
Mike has dogs.
neither confirm or deny that.
I thought we said no pets, Mikey.
I neither confirm or deny anything.
Okay. Donnie.
Yep.
You wouldn't get a BMW 3 Series, for example?
No.
No,
I like Japanese cars. They don't break.
They wind
them up and let them go.
We have rain, we have parking lots. We have women drivers. Don't know what the fuck they're doing. I need a truck.
I'll tell you what. Yeah. I've been in all of the full size, the Dodge Ram, the Ford, big full size Ford, and the big full size Chevy 4-wheel drive trucks. My brother's got a full size 4-wheel drive Toyota Tundra, and we go 4x4ing in that thing on our hunting trips, and we beat the living shit out of that thing. We drop into creeks and just bam, he's got to get a skid plate or he's gonna hurt something. The thing just says, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" And we've just gone on trip after trip after trip, and the thing just keeps fucking working. And then we drive 80 miles an hour all the way home, and he drives it to work the next day. And man, yeah, Japanese cars, if you want, just zero trouble and turn the key and
Lexus is like the Rolex of cars. They're just indestructible,
yeah, Lexus is good stuff. I hear their customer service is really good too.
You wouldn't go for the smaller one.
Like,
you don't like the
to your
NX?
house and pick up the car if you want and drop off a loaner and bring your car to get serviced if you're close enough to the dealer. It's crazy how they treat you.
Chat's going crazy.
Somebody needs Mark Goldberg to train the dog.
Mike, I think your dog is going nuts, man.
I thought Pine Baron, $5.
That's not me.
Pine Baron, $5. Italian cars are practically maintenance free.
As long as you don't drive them, they're perfect.
You just look at them.
It's supposed to break. It's Italian. Fuck you.
You've heard of the Italian tune-up, right? The Italian tune-up is to take it out and beat the shit out of it and just thrash it. And it usually clears the carbon off the tops of the pistons and frees up the stuck valves and all that stuff.
That was in like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, totally.
It's come a long way since then.
But like,
direct fuel injection.
Donnie, you wouldn't get an NX? Isn't that big enough for you? A Lexus NX? You look at these.
No,
this one.
that's based on the little. That's based on the short wheelbase version of the Toyota RAV4.
Oh God, that's a econo box. That's like a Yugo. That's like a Yugo.
You don't like that?
No. That Lexus that I showed you, the GX, is a body-on-frame truck-based SUV with a proper solid rear axle.
Your dad had that, didn't he? Oh no, your dad had the LX, didn't he?
My dad had the LX. Yeah, my dad had the bigger one.
How bigger is the LX to the GX?
It is probably about 8 inches longer and about the same width, but it's about 8 or 9 inches longer. And then the problem with it is parking it is a pain in the ass.
Are you buying a place for yourself now, Donnie?
I'm looking at moving to the south. I'm looking in, let's just see. I'm looking at either Nashville, Tennessee, Savannah, Georgia. I'm looking at maybe Charlotte, North Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, you'll be able to say hi to Ross.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. Because that's a great part. So you're moving out of New York then, really, aren't you?
Jersey, yeah, I'm in Jersey, but yeah, I'm going to move out.
The state of New York.
The problem is the taxes. Like my house right now in New Jersey, I'm paying $10,000 a year in just property taxes.
Oh shit! You're joking.
I'm tired of it. Yep. So it cost me $10,000 a year just to live.
Wow, $10,000 a year just to live. Shit.
Yep.
And so if you move, so how far? So Georgia? You're going to Georgia? So you could buy a nice place there. You're gonna buy a place or rent?
No, I would buy a place in cash, not have a mortgage.
Okay. So you buy a place and what? Cash down? What's a cash? Sorry, what does that mean?
You buy it 100% in cash. There's no mortgage. It's your house.
Oh.
And then the taxes are like $4,000 or $5,000 a year, $3,000 or $4,000 a year for like a $600,000 home.
How about your job? Is your job have flexibility to do that?
No, I would probably. So my job does not have flexibility. What I would do is either buy a book of business or get another job at another company. So I'm flexible. I got fuck you money now. I don't have to worry about it as much or be as stressed. I'll find something.
Or early retirement. That's what we were talking about.
No, I can't retire. I still got to work.
Here we go. Pine Baron, $20. Heaven. British police, German mechanics, French chefs, Italian lovers, and everything organized by the Swiss. How? British chefs, German police, French mechanics, Swiss lovers, and everything organized by the Italians.
That's pretty good.
There we go. That's very, very. Pine Baron is a great guy. I'd love to have. We have to have Pine Baron on one day. Pine Baron. We love chatting cars with you.
He's the car guy. Yeah.
He is. he got the he's got some fantastic stuff there. Donny, it's this is your time to shine in the sun.
Yeah.
Are you dating anyone now, or what's going on?
I've been on 2 dates the past week with 2 different girls.
Yeah.
And the third one I'm talking to. It's amazing. They're coming out of the woodwork. Once they figure out you got money, they're coming out like, hey, how are you? It's hilarious.
The economy is not as good as it was just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a lot more
yeah.
options now than I ever have.
Hey, well, that's Donny. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. You got to be happy.
Yep.
And it's very unfortunate what's happened, and you know, you're a good guy. I still remember when you made that video driving the SLK at your mum's house, your dad and your mum's house.
That was funny.
And I love that SLK. I know you didn't think too
was
much
all right.
of it.
It was fun. It was just small, Archie.
Yeah. Yeah. Your mum loved it, didn't she? She loved that car.
She never drove it. She loved it. She loved having it, but she never drove it.
As Spock says, sometimes wanting is better than having.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Doc?
You may find that having is far more pleasing after all than
having. Trust me, I've been waiting for my freaking watch strap
far
for
less
3
pleasing.
days.
Far less pleasing.
The piece of shit Brege distributor decided not to overnight it to the dealer, even though I told them overnight it.
Yeah. Yeah. He decided. Why didn't he do that?
Because it's not my dealer. My dealer, just they're dopey, and then Brege, like North America, the Swatch distributor group or whatever the fuck, they just do what they want. And like I had to be like up my guy's ass. Did you order it? Did you order it? Did you find out what straps are available? What colors are available? I was like on him like a fucking pit bull on pork chops. Get this fucking strap over because they don't give a fuck. I'm like, I bought the watch. I don't have it yet. Get me my shit.
Maybe you should. Do you put a deposit down, or you paid the whole thing?
And I paid the whole thing. I mean, I don't do fucking deposits.
No. Donny, I got to say to you, man, you're going to love it when you get it, but it's going to be...
Yeah.
So you're not going to take delivery until you got the strap? Is that the...
I can't because I'm on the last hole. So they got to put the strap on. There's like proprietary tools on the side of the case to take off the screws because it doesn't have shitty spring bars like lesser watches. It has actual like screws that unscrew and put in a gold bar to hold everything together.
Nice.
Oh, I see. Got you. Got you. I got to tell you, Donny, it's a beautiful watch. It's a Captain of Industry watch.
Yeah.
Wear it in good health, my friend.
Thank you.
Man. I'm stoked for you.
By the way, Doc and Mike, this is a Brege sports watch. This is you were asking, is it a dress watch? This is a diving. This is their Brege's, and now obviously you would never dive with it because
obviously it's gold, so it's a luxury version of their sports watch.
And also, it's on a leather strap that costs a fucking fortune.
You can get a rubber strap, and I tried it on the bracelet. The bracelet was hilariously short. He's like, yeah, these are really only for 6.5-inch wrists. I'm like, how much is the link?
6.5.
They're like $2,000, and you're going to need at least 3 links. So I got to pay $6,000 for links, and it was a $20,000 premium for the bracelet.
Holy shit!
So I got to spend 26 G's just to get a fucking bracelet. Give me the leather strap, asshole, and then I'll get a rubber later.
You would think they'd make it at least go to 7-inch.
They don't give a fuck because it's Brege and they do whatever they want because they're French and they're Swiss and they're
difficult. They're difficult.
And the funny part is the titanium versions of the same bracelet fit me fine. They give you extra links. And I said, why does the titanium fit me and not the gold? They said they purposely reduced the links by 2 links on the gold.
You know, you could get the titanium links for cheap and have them gold plated.
So on the gold, they pre-pinched their links.
Yes. And also, the titanium ones do not have the Guilloche dial. They give you a cheaper, shittier dial.
No,
Far
I
out.
just meant the links, the replacement links. Like if you got the cheap titanium, cheaper
All right, will you
titanium
shut up about
links.
the titanium cheap fucking gold? Stop it.
Okay.
He's got to have gold. You have to. It's got to be all gold. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not going to be right.
Yeah.
If you get suddenly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheap.
It's
You don't-
$6,000. What is it? $6,000 a link.
$2,000
a link. Yeah. Well, sorry. I just
But
was thinking
the
of
thing is, this is
alternatives.
how much was the watch? What's the retail on this? here?
30,100.
Wow.
Wow.
Beautiful
watch. Wear that in good health, my friend.
But I mean, for that money, where are you going to find anything in that price range that is that nice? You got to spend 50, 60 grand for like a Longazone or like, you know, something insane to come close to this. Paddock has
but you've
nothing.
always loved Brege. You love Brege.
Always.
You've
Always
always
loved Brege.
been a Brege sort of man.
I've been a
there,
Brege
so-
fan for 20 years. Hardcore Brege fan.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the Marine, that's a very cool model to have. I love the Marine. That's so fucking beautiful. I mean, you wouldn't want to resell it. I mean, I
No,
wouldn't
I'm never selling that. That's a fuck you me watch. It's going to my grave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be buried in the fucking thing. I'm not even giving it to my kids. Fuck you. Mine. I'm taking it with me to hell, bitches.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the proper thing to do, man. Because if your kids aren't into watches, they're just gonna turn around and fucking dump it, hawk it, whatever. So you might as well take it with you.
Guys, I'm going to wrap this show up in a minute. We're just going to go through and thank our contributors today. We had Thor Strike Softly, Frozen Yukoner, Big Dave, Jean-Claude Beaver, P. Clen, Real World Curly, Tiktology, Mr. Zoso, P. Clen, Real World Curly, Pine Baron, Ken Fresno, Chocolate Wookie, Ross Rachel Brady, Chocolate Wookie, Mr. Tudor to you, Timely Behavior, Cosmic, Malik Diamond, OG, Baby Girl, Duco, P. Clen, OG Baby, Timely Behavior, Real World Curly, ABC, Toyota Mo, Real World Curly, Ron Chef, Trooper, The Rancher, GB, Saber Mark 42, GB, Loose Tooth, and Saber Mark 42, Big Dave, Pine Baron, and Pine Baron. I want to say a big thank you. Donnie, can you come again? I'd love to have you on again. We love chatting watches, and I'm really proud of your purchase. Okay, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm sharing the link with Watch Nicholas. It's
Don't
linking
forget.
up.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
Upvote.
And don't forget to upvote if you haven't done it. Upvote before you log off. Do it.
And,
Just
we
do
will
it.
see you tomorrow, guys. And I'll be on in 8 hours time for the morning, 9 hours for the morning show. See you later, guys.
See you, Arch.
Hey.